What do you mean you're taking bets as to whether I can hit the button on time? That doesn't take any skill at all, Doc. Welcome, guys. Welcome, boys and girls. So far, it's just me. Hi, Blind Neil. How are you? I had fun with you today playing that game. What the heck game was it? I don't know. I was drinking. Anyway, welcome in. Good to see we got some people in the room. Waiting for some folks to join me in the green room. No sound. Of course, no sound. Hello. No sound. Oh, you're funny. That's great. So anyway, I had fun in little Laura Lama's room. She plays a version of You Don't Know Jack, or it's from the You Don't Know Jack series, where you can invite people in and they play the games and live, and it's a lot of fun. Something different, going to a live stream, and we were shooting the bowl and playing a little trivia, and it was a good time. Why is my video upside down? I don't know. Yeah, Jackbox TV. That's it. That was fun. I mean, I enjoyed it. I won a couple of times. Yeah, TJ was there. He didn't play. He just kibitzed. Once he remembered my name, and he didn't talk about how big his arms look on the camera. But, that was. But that's it. No, I was in a few people's streams today, having a good time. I was in Canadian Drone Club this morning into this afternoon. And he does Zoom, and I discovered I can be in there with the Zoom and broadcast of drone flight. And actually, we tested it out because nobody in there had tried it. And the only thing is it cut out my audio and my video. But I was able to share my phone screen, and they were actually able to see me fly. It was pretty good. TJ says, you answered 3 questions right. Yeah, it's great. Too bad you weren't playing. But anyway, keep my shirt on. But anyway, I don't know how long I'm going to be on tonight, especially if I don't get anybody else in here. I don't have any real topics to talk about. It's all been talked to death. The advent of the new DJI products, the maybe advent of some of the Autel products, the never-ending advent of whether Hubson's really going to come out with their drone. It's all the same stuff. People that know a lot more than me don't know. So, yeah. You like my shirt? How do you know that you like my shirt, Mikey? Why don't you come in the room? I'll show the shirt. I wore the shirt today, actually, on Canadian Drone Club's channel, and it's still on me. There it is. Fly Zone drone. So apparently I drank the Kool-Aid. I got the shirt. I got the stickers. I got the mug. Oh, jeez. Doesn't get any better than that. So what do I fly? I fly an Air 2S, a Mini 2, and occasionally, very occasionally, a Tello. That's just for games. That's for fun. I like the Tello. It's for fun. A mug. I got a shirt, a mug, and a sticker. That's right. And today I flew the Air 2S. Like I said, I just wanted to see if I could stay in that Zoom meeting, and Zoom will let you share your screen while you're in there. I need a hat next. I got hats. Oh, what are your hats? Now, this is the shirt I ordered, I think. I don't know what happened to the other one. You're welcome, Mike. It's my pleasure. Anyway, so that was fun. So you can do that. You can be in Zoom. In fact, little Laura Lama, they use Zoom. You know, Welsh Rob was in there, good people. And Blind Neil, you know. And we were playing that game, and they were doing it through Zoom. And I may do that once or twice a week. How long did I stay on Zoom? I don't know. I was at, it was a long time, you know. Because even after they stopped broadcasting, we stayed in, and they showed me where to buy the game. So I bought it online, and we actually did a round over Zoom with me hosting it, and it worked just fine. The only issue with doing it with StreamYard is having the audio from the game broadcast into the StreamYard broadcast. They were like, "Oh, you have to put the microphone in front of your speakers." That doesn't work right, you know. But I have a solution for that. I would just run because I'm not using it right. I haven't used it lately, but I would just use Voice Meter, and then that'll shoot it through. But I will do that. In fact, I may do it soon. If I don't get somebody to come in here and help me co-host this thing, I'm going to start playing that game online. Maybe you guys can all jump in. You don't have to be in the room. You don't have to be on the panel to play the game. Everybody in the room can play the game. It's a lot of fun. And Johnny Droneflyer answers.
Hey, Bill.
How you doing there, brother?
Oh, doing good. I was just trying to throw something in a crock pot. I told my daughter I'd cook tomorrow, and I forgot to put it all together.
What are you cooking?
Some pork chops smothered down in French onion soup with some cream of mushroom and cream of onion, and what else? I don't know, little Tony Satries and
how many soups?
Little potatoes.
French onion soup,
French
cream
onion
of
soup,
mushroom,
cream of onion, and Tony Satry seasoning, and a little can of diced potatoes, and it'll be like just like a little gravy, stew and gravy, rice and piggy and rice, as my granddaughter calls it.
Gotcha. So that you were mixing all that together. You weren't making French onion soup. You were using
hell no. Yeah, the Campbell's. Hell no, that's too much work.
What's up?
There you go.
What's up?
Hi, Maddie. How are you?
Hi, Billy. How are you? Johnny?
Just spectacular. You were in Little Llama's room today. Didn't that look like fun?
Yeah. What was it you guys were playing? What was that? Just
It's called Jack Me Off or something. No, it's called
She back
how
there.
is it called? Blind Neil threw it up there.
She's much cuter. Man, she's much cuter to look at than you. I mean, geez.
Oh, I know she is. I'm not going to deny that. Shh.
You know the game. You don't know Jack. You ever hear of that? It's a trivia game. They make it funny, and well, apparently got all kinds of iterations. And the one we were playing is a group thing, and you could play it in the stream because you could share it on the screen.
Nice.
And anybody in the room can play. You know, you just put the code and they log in, and as long as somebody owns it, they own it.
Can you hear that? Is that too loud?
It's pretty loud.
My freaking neighbors, bro. Oh,
Really?
nah. I don't want nothing to do with that shit. Hold on. I'm walking around the corner. Good knit. Now can you hear it?
No.
Okay, good. I'm sitting over on the side of my house. Anyways. Oh, yeah, you guys look like you were having fun.
It was fun.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Yeah, I'll do that in here. So Jack, Blind Neil's in here. He said, "Hi, Blind." Or Neil. Hi, Blind. Yeah, name, Blind. Jack.
I saw that all, but I wasn't watching the game. I guess I was by the pool. It was I was kind of watching off and on.
Jackbox TV. She does that. She does it every week. She does it on Sunday. Yeah. She's nice. She's a nice kid. Her and her husband were in there. We chatted a little bit later, and they sent me to a place where you can get discounted. You could buy the games discounted. It only cost me like $9, 8 something.
She flies, right?
Huh?
She flies?
Yeah.
Does she fly? That's what I thought.
Yeah. She's actually saving up. That's why I want to donate to her channel. She's saving. She wants to get a Mini 2. I don't know what she's flying right now, but she's saving up for a Mini 2. So
Really?
stop in and help her out.
I just flew
Shit.
2 batteries with the Air 2S.
I'll sell her mine. I don't fly it that much.
Your Mini 2?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, it's either the Air 2S or now, be honest with you, it's the freaking FPV quads.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, yep.
Here we go.
Listen, so I've got it all set out. The whole business and drone thing and the 107 I told you I was going to have up by the end of the year, that's going to happen. But that's where my camera birds are going. My camera birds are going to business. The fun part is going to be flying FPV. So that's the plan.
I'm reading it. Did you say slap your mama seasoning? Is that what that was?
Yeah, you never heard of Slap Your Mama season?
No, never.
They don't. They
So-
got it. I'm sure they have it up there somewhere.
Sam Burns is sending me his Tiny Hawk freestyle quad. The open one, you know, the one without the prop guards and all that.
Okay.
And then I'm buying it's called the Jumper T12 Pro tomorrow on Amazon. So that's some more FPV equipment added up.
Yeah, Doc. Doc said you falling deep into the.
The shit's addicting, bro. I love it. I didn't realize how it was until you throw the goggles on. It's like a whole other world.
Bill, we're gonna be able to pick up Air 2S real cheap here in a few weeks.
That shit ain't, yeah, right. That ain't going nowhere. My Air 2S isn't going anywhere. Nope.
I'm surprised you would sell the Mini 2, though.
I just, this doesn't get enough airtime. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it. It just, I don't know. Maybe I'll save it and get the kids more involved. The kids always like to fly. I think the Mini 2 is the best one for them.
I love the Mini 2. I seem to grab it as much as the Air 2S. I mean, I really do.
Yep.
I need to start flying it more because I'm putting a lot of flight time on my Air 2S batteries. I've got about 50 flights on each one. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't want the batteries to drain out that quick with me. So I'll start flying the Mini 2 more. Screw it.
Yeah. So like I said, I was in that Zoom meeting we discovered that you can actually broadcast and fly while you're in the Zoom meeting. But when I put the Zoom meeting in the background, I could hear them, but they couldn't hear me. So we'll play around with that again. But I was actually able to broadcast while I was in Canadian Drone Club's broadcast today.
Oh, I was getting ready to say, when did you broadcast on Zoom today? But okay, yeah, I saw you on Roger's live stream this morning.
If you look at the stream, if you go like the last 10 minutes of it, we decided to experiment and see if it worked okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean that's the first time something odd happened while I was flying. Towards the end of the flight, I couldn't yaw all of a sudden. I was able to left, right, up, down, whatever, but I couldn't yaw anymore, and it was working at first. So I don't know. That was just odd. It had something to do with doing Zoom and that at the same time, I guess. But once I got out of Zoom, I put the drone back up in the air normal, and it flew just perfect. So, still not having trouble with 148.
So you were flying Zoom live on that on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on their panel.
Right.
And then I said, in Zoom, you can share your screen even from a phone, which you can't do with, as good as StreamYard works on a phone, you can't share anything yet. Yet. I say yet because that's really improved, So I'm sure they're working on it. But in Zoom, you can. So I said, let's give it a try. And I shared and had, like you've seen me do before, I took the Air 2S off up in my living room. And then I said, well, as long as I'm up, and I flew it out the back door and took it for a flight, and it worked, Huh. But the issue with it was, I had a feeling when it went to the background. Now it might be the way I set it up because I allowed one to be in front of the other. I went to the settings, and I should have just left that alone maybe. But you want the settings when you allow one app to be above another app or something like that. I probably shouldn't have done it to both of them, and that way maybe the Zoom would have stayed working properly. I don't know. I could hear them, but they couldn't hear me. And they couldn't see me, but they could see my screen. So that was cool.
How is that Zoom? How is the Zoom? Because I know that's what Roger uses on all of his live streams.
Well, it's rock solid,
Is it?
Yeah. But I think the broadcast, you have to pay for it, though.
Oh, yeah.
So they don't have a free version. I know I've been in a Zoom meeting, but I don't know about. I never hosted one. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you can host free Zoom meetings, but I don't think you can share them to the YouTube or the internet.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't tried it. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I just thought. I guess I've been using StreamYard since. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
yeah,
it is.
so is that, and Restream is good, and for broadcasting and flying, Prism so far is the best, but they all keep changing. See, I don't know how you would do multiple people like with StreamYard. Like, say you wanted to share your screen and you wanted to show people you're flying the drone, right, and share the screen. So, with Prism puts you in the corner in a little box. What would StreamYard do with, say, you have 4 guys in there? How are you going to fly with 4 faces? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Good question.
Well, it's pretty noisy, Maddie.
Lauren.
You know you're right, my young FPV Padawan. What's Doc talking about?
He's talking about Maddie.
He's talking about me with the FPV stuff.
Chris Waters, welcome in. Yeah, he's saying Matt's gonna have a whole wall full of FPV drones this time next year.
You like it that much, huh, Maddie?
Here we go. He's muted. We can say all we want about him.
Oh, I can still hear you, asshole. Is that better?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Okay.
I like your kids. It just got real loud for a second there.
Yeah, these are the only 2 I own. But when Sammy sends me that Tiny Hawk Freestyle, that's a different world because that Tiny Hawk Freestyle doesn't have these guards. It's just
how big
it's
is
a freestyle.
How big is it, man? It's the same size.
3-inch, I believe.
Okay.
I think. I think Doc has one. No, maybe he doesn't. I think Chris might have one. I think it's a 3-inch.
I don't know. That's what I was thinking it was a little bigger. I didn't know.
Sergio's starting a Fly Zone drone chat when we're on live. He knows we're on live. And you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We can hear it, but you're still here. He speaking of Chris is in there. You can ask him what he has. You talking about Sunrise Water Media?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw him in there. That's why I'm assuming he may have the Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle. Doc is the one I'm talking about.
I don't think. Doc may have. I don't know. Feel like Doc's got to fly something.
This one. Right there. That one.
So if you crash, you hurt the propellers.
Yeah. But on this one, everything's all nice and tight, kind of like these little Tiny Hawk, these little whoops are.
Right.
So if you crash anything, it's pretty much just the propellers. You don't have to worry about. Yeah. Or the camera maybe, but I have a friend that lives close that builds these things. So if I need to fix, I can just take it to him.
The camera, or the arm, or the.
Yeah, whatever wants to breaks, right? He has one.
Those props look like the blades out of a Cuisinart. They're short, Yeah, that's the one Doc has apparently.
Yep, he's got one.
It's probably easier to fly than that little.
Yeah, I hear they're a lot easier.
I wouldn't know. I guess I'll find out sooner or later.
Third Eye has a Tiny Hawk 2 and never flown it. Can't seem to install the props. The Tiny Hawk 2, the Freestyle, or that one? Because this one, the props you just push on. They do fly off often, though. I hit a tree today. One of them, I hit a branch, and it got caught in the duct, and it just was hanging there by a branch like this. And then the other one I hit, and 2 of the 4 props just flew off, so I had to find those. Took a half an hour. And then I hit my niece.
Did you get some more props? Did you get those?
Yeah, I bought it. I bought a bunch of extras. I bought it comes with 4, these 4, and then it comes with an extra set. It comes with an extra set of the red ones. But I bought a set of the green and a set of black. Yeah, see, Chris has the freestyle too.
I didn't fly it today.
I think it's a 3-inch. I want to say it's a 3-inch.
Let me see.
It's little.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, hold something up against it. That's 3 inches.
Wait a minute. Wait, there. Yep, Yep, there it is. Got it. And watch me through here.
You must have something that's 3 inches that you can compare it to.
On a bad day, that's the shirt I was looking for. Where was that?
In the basket right here.
Anyways, I still love it though. I flew today, and then I flew a couple days ago with TJ, and we got some good shots. We got to fly. You know where? You ever heard of Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville Hotel?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bill, there's one down here in Hollywood. We flew that. A couple days ago.
Matty, you're funny you say Jimmy Buffett. His sister has a place in Orange Beach called Lulu's. Of course, Lulu is only famous because she's Jimmy Buffett's sister.
Not Lulu's Bait Shack, is it?
No,
that's a different Lulu's.
Yeah, but I mean that's it's problem because she's got like a cookbook and and he does actually have a beach house there in Orange Beach. But it's like, hey, you don't have to be famous; you just got to be a sister of somebody's famous.
Scott asked, "What's the flight time on them?" I'm assuming he means this one.
Yeah, Tiny Hawk.
The Tiny Hawk. If you buy the 1S batteries, I got the 1S 450 milliamp from Race Day Quads. A single one will last. God, I think I'm maybe getting like 3 minutes and 20 seconds out of it, something like that. I know the Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle takes 2 of these 1S batteries.
That's a minute and an inch. A minute and an inch.
Exactly.
You're getting 3 minutes and 20 seconds out of your 3 inches. That's good.
Yeah, it's that seems to be the case with all FPV. The flight time. That's the only thing you have to get used to is the fact that it's not 25 minutes like we get on our camera drones. But I don't know. I can't wear the goggles for that long, anyways, man. Shit, you need a break.
Matt, TJ wants to know if you posted the video of you and him circling each other.
No, actually, I did not, but I have it. If Uncle Bill wants to play it, that's up to him. I have to go into my tablet.
Hey, have y'all tried a YouTube Shorts yet? Have y'all put up a few of those?
I tried doing it, and it didn't come up as a short. It came up on my video. That hyperlapse.
You did it from.
Remember the hyperlapse?
Yeah.
I tried to do it as a short. Didn't seem to work.
I put up one. I put up 4, man. Like the one with the granddaughters bounce on that too. They got like 2,300 something views on that thing.
Really?
It's weird.
Oh yeah, that was a cool looking one. The one on the kids with the kids. Yeah, that was cool.
I don't know how they didn't get flipped off, but
okay. So I will put it in the chats, and you can play it if you want. It's just quick. It's something quick.
Okay.
Yo, there's the other shirt I was looking for. All my drone shirts are missing.
There you go, Doc. Post.
Oh, he wants to come on?
I think so.
Oh boy, he's gonna rip my ear off this FPV, boy. He loves the fact that I have it, that I'm in it now. He absolutely loves it. I don't know. Here, Bill, I'm gonna post in the chat. I'm gonna see if you can pull that up. It's only 24 seconds, but I'm not sure if you can play that or not through photos. Google.
did you? Oh, okay. You didn't post on your YouTube then? Okay.
No. I didn't. Although it'd be kind of cool to have it as a short.
Y'all didn't get kicked. Yeah, try it again, Matty. It's pretty easy. I mean, I think it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a shot.
You can share in here, Matt.
I'm on my laptop. I mean, I'm on my tablet. I can't share on a tablet.
Oh, okay.
Only in Restream does that give me the option. It shows share screen on Restream, even with a device like an Android device.
Right.
But with StreamYard, you have to be on the actual laptop to do it, and my laptop freaking sucks.
Y'all didn't get kicked out any place today. TJ's
No.
getting kicked out a bunch of places.
Yeah, I hear that.
All right, here we go.
Oh, you know what? There you go. It has to be a vertical. It's got to be a portrait instead of landscape.
Yes.
Yeah, that I didn't know.
Well, it changes it to when you pick a video from your phone, it'll change it to vertical.
Yeah, there's Margaritaville right there, the white and blue one. It's nothing much. It's just him circling me and me circling him at the same exact time. That's all.
Yeah, me and Charlie Mafia did that over in at the meetup at the
It actually worked out pretty well. We actually stayed pretty damn level. I had to run my camera because he kept changing his friggin' height.
Kind of had some boats out there. Lord.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was all sailboats. They're all just anchored in off of buoy lines.
Man.
But yeah, that was it. Nothing special.
It's like a little drone rodeo.
Yeah, we had a good time. though. It was a beautiful day. Absolutely beautiful day.
Chris, I don't know. I just do it from my phone. I don't know if you got it. I just hit shorts at the bottom and add it. So I don't know. But I just do a regular video and it only shows it vertical. So.
Yeah, no, I believe Chris is right. It's definitely vertical.
Yeah, it is. But I mean,
you have to have hashtag shorts in the title.
Yeah, hashtag. Yep.
So, Doc, are you going to come in or?
You want to see how crowded the beach was? Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up what I'm looking for.
Post the link, Bill to join. Well,
He'll be in. He's probably getting set up.
yeah,
on his computer.
we got 2 joiners now. Okay, first, inimitable TJ.
You said you were going to bed. You lying crock of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, he is in bed.
Well,
He is in bed.
I figured.
And ladies and gentlemen, Doc Murdoch.
Yes.
No,
The man.
With my
The
wall
man.
full of quads, you know.
I see that.
Well, you can only see the one. Where is it? This one. That's the only one you can see unless I
Hey,
turn the camera up.
I've gotten to the point where I can fly an acro pretty well now, so you can
I
send
saw
me that
that.
Excalibur whenever you want.
You're
Doc,
gonna
you want to
build
buy?
one.
Doc, you want to buy an Air 2S? I know there was one going up for sale.
No. He's gonna keep his Air 2S. He's gonna.
Oh, he knows it.
He's gonna sell his Phantoms and the other
Phantom's already gone.
Mavic and all that stuff.
I think
yeah.
he sold
Phantom-
the Phantom. Yeah.
Phantom's gone, and this one's next on the line if anybody even buys it.
Which one's that one?
That's the FEMI X8 SE 2020.
Oh, okay.
But my Air 2S and my Mini 2 and this one are the only 3 camera birds I have left.
Yeah.
I sold everything else because I never flew it. I got rid of my Xeno 2.
The Femi is not bad. It's just not great.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not bad. It's just not great.
I flew the Femi Mini again yesterday. It's not. I
Yeah.
mean,
It's doable. It's doable.
you just got to hold your head like this when you fly. That's all.
Yeah, no shit, right?
I do that when I fly FPV. So you know,
Yeah,
don't-
and you just got to hold your head a little, tilt the horizon.
yeah, you tilt your head. You know, you do this kind of thing. Yeah, oh yeah,
But I tell you what, the camera on a Femi Mini is really pretty damn good.
it is. It's a very.
It
good
looks
camera.
great. It's got a better camera than that FEMI 2020 has.
I mean, I would say, literally, if you
Yeah.
put it up against the Mini 2, you probably really wouldn't know the difference unless you.
Yeah, probably not. So
I think the
So-
colors are a little more saturated with the Femi.
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean,
The color profile is definitely more cartoony, little, if you know what I mean, a little more saturated. Not that doesn't look good; it looks great, but you can see the difference between the two if you know what the difference is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it looks great.
I'm colorblind. It all looks good to me. So
it's
Hi, Bob
Yep.
Casey. Ariel. Good to
all
see you.
gray.
Bob.
It's all gray to you, right, Johnny?
pretty much green or
So-
red.
Doc,
Bob
I am
Casey?
purchasing the Jumper T12 Pro. I hear that's not a bad radio.
It's a small radio.
Yeah, I like it smaller because I have small hands and I'm a thumber.
So am I.
So I'd rather.
I use that.
Get the magnifying glass out there.
Yeah, see, that one's not. I mean, I like these gamepad style.
Yeah,
But,
this is the full size X9D.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Yeah, it's full size. So
The T12, I think the full size ones are just probably going to be a little bit too big for me. And
you get used to them.
yeah, but
You
the
really do.
T12 is not bad. It's a little smaller, which I like. It's portable, so
Yep.
I can stick it in my backpack easier. I have this one for the game style if I need it.
Yep.
And
Be careful of those ones on the potentiometers on the joysticks.
on this one or
that's that one. Yeah.
this Beta Flight one. It's cheap.
Yep.
It's cheap. I looked on Amazon. It's only $45 on Amazon.
Yep.
It came with the Cetus kit though. That's why I got it because it came with that.
Right. Now, one of my pots have already started getting bad spots in it on the throttle. So.
Oh, okay, that's not good.
And it
Maybe that's why I hit all the light poles the other day.
Yeah, there it is, Johnny.
I don't know about that one. I think that one might be the colorblind thing. Can't see the color of the pole.
I don't think the color of the pole had anything to do with me hitting it.
I'm gonna buy this T12 and then I'm gonna get that FPV or the Tiny Hawk Freestyle from Sam. But after that, I'm done because I don't want to spend any. No, I don't want to spend any more money on analog.
That's the start. Buddy.
I don't want analog. I don't want any more money dumped into analog.
There's nothing wrong with analog.
So, I'd rather be digital with the view and the
a lot of
clearness.
money to put out.
I know.
It's a lot of money.
Right now,
to put out.
DJI is the only one that makes a digital goggle.
Well, actually, yeah. What's their name? Fat Sharks came out with a set, but I hear they're not really that. They're not
the same. Okay.
Yeah.
They're different. So, and that's the thing. I mean, if you're talking $600-700 by the time you're done getting the digital stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, to be honest, if when the time came, unfortunately it's going to have to be after spin up because spin up's going to cost me a lot of money to take the family. If there is no version 2, I do still plan on buying the DJI FPV drone. So.
No need.
Sorry.
Hey, man, you ought to just build one.
Yeah, but it's got what I love because I love my camera drone still, and it's got the best of both worlds, and I would be happy with that.
It's missing one key point of the second world: durability.
The camera.
Hey,
durability. Yes, durability.
That's
yes,
guys.
What's up, Mikey?
Mikey.
What's up, Doc?
So
Hey,
Doc, you said you thumb. Is that
Yes.
Is that unusual for FPV, or do most people?
No, the pinching is more common for people that race and for people that have done camera drones and then go to FPV.
Builder, you thumb or pinch?
Thumb.
Me too. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm a hybrid. I do both.
See, I've been.
Yeah, you do both.
See, I started in fixed wing, some 40 plus years ago, and that's just how you flew. Nobody pinched back then.
Right.
The only the only other system we had back then was single stick, and that's where you held the radio. Hang on, honey. That's where you had a single joystick, and on top of it there was a large knob, and that was your yaw. So what you did was you held the radio like this because your throttle was right here. So you held it.
Yep.
You cradled it.
Really?
And then you flew it. Let's see if I can get down here. You flew it like this. You had your pitch and your roll and your yaw, and that's how you.
Oh hell!
The guys that flew that mode, single stick mode, typically were helicopter pilots.
I'm about to say, yeah,
that was common for the helicopter guys.
Wow.
So
I remember.
Wow.
Ooh, I'm glad.
Not now.
I'd really be.
I tried.
I have my own drone.
I tried pinching with FPV, but it doesn't feel like I have the right.
No.
I just don't have the right technique for it. So I'm just so used to thumbing that it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, it's different.
Hey, granddaughter.
The little granddaughter wants to listen in. This is Chloe.
Hi, Chloe.
Hi, Chloe.
You can say hi, Abby. Say hi to Abby. Hi, Abby.
Say hi to Abby.
The little one.
Hi, Abby.
Abby's lurking back there.
She always does.
Hey, Abby.
My
Hey,
radio
you still got a
control
can
goes
for
back
her?
to
Might be able to
that
do this.
piece,
Hang on.
so
Put that
I
up
still
there.
use-
See, that way you can listen. Okay.
I use thumbs back.
I gave her
back
one
to-
of my headsets. I'm now a half a head.
Oh, look at that. Half a head.
So, But yeah, that's what the helicopter guys used to fly. They would fly the single stick, and I tried one time, and because I was flying mostly fixed wing at the time, it didn't work for me. So when I did go into helicopters, I just flew mode 2 and just did it that way. So you can't go too far away. It's only got that much. So that's kind of where that is, and I just thumb the whole time. So that's just how I fly. So
back in '78, when I got my first remote control for the RC hobby and like that, 77, whatever. Futaba was a kind of a new player in the thing, and that was a two stick. And
yeah, well, Futaba was one of the ones that had a single stick, but it was fairly new. But the ones that most of the guys that flew single stick were Craft radios. So Craft was the big player for the single stick stuff.
Yeah, I saw them, and I never flew with one. My first one was a 6-channel dual stick, and
Yep.
Hey, Bob Casey.
the amount of time PJ comes in and out, he can create shorts just from his visits.
You know what? That sucks too, because I was just getting ready to tell you I'm gonna bounce out real quick and get rid of my Wi-Fi. Actually, I can do it while I'm on here. Hold on. I'm gonna pop off my Wi-Fi and go on my 4G. Give me one
You
second.
get me dizzy.
Yeah, Blind Neil says the little one loves the camera. Yeah, she does.
Look at her getting ready to laugh. Look, she's holding it in.
Oh yeah, she's there.
Chris Water says he doesn't thumb anymore. He pinches now. So.
Yeah, well, that's just because he'll trip on something, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah,
Chris.
he'll drop it. Yeah, he'll drop somebody's drone or even step on it or
something like that.
I mean, he won't do his, but he'll step on somebody else's.
Yeah, he pinches it just to hang on to it. Yeah.
Poor Chris, he'll never live that down.
No, that's gonna be a fun one.
We're gonna do a remix of that of him tripping and dropping.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, I'm surprised he hasn't done one of himself for doing that. I
Yeah.
mean, he did do the one video that showed it.
Right.
So yeah.
He said, "What? Ken Herron made you pinch? What?
Pinch.
Come on,
Nah.
that's what he's saying. That's what he's trying to say, anyway."
Maybe Kai threatened him.
No, see, pinching has its place. Okay, if you're like, even for me, if I'm gonna try and do something real precise with the Autel, then I'll stop for a second. I'll just stop and I'll grab both the sticks and I'll pinch the sticks. And usually it's because I'm trying to do something with the yaw real subtly. And that's when I'll get a hold of the stick so I can actually feel where the center point is.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, my normal flying, no, it's all thumb. So.
Dude, Doc, you got me, Doc. I'm on the dark side. Did you see my last?
Yes.
Did you see my recent video I put up?
No, I haven't. Well, yeah, you know what I did? I did catch it. Yes, I did.
Chloe, how old are you, honey?
I'm hooked.
How old?
7.5.
7.5.
Yep.
7.5.
There goes TJ.
TJ's having a blast. There he goes again. Bonk. In and out.
And I even have my own drone.
Oh,
Do
you
you?
do? Oh, wow.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, she's got a little one. So we have fun with it when we get a chance to get out. So we haven't. I haven't
Nice.
had a chance to fly much lately. It's like next weekend is going to be the first time I've gotten a chance to go fly in like almost a month and a half, 2 months.
What are you stuck in that hangar?
Yeah, well, I've been fixing a car. That was the biggest bane in my side.
Did
I've
you,
had in a
Doc?
long
You get it
time.
running? You got it running?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all done. So engine's
Nice.
all brand new and everything. I mean, it literally every part that I ordered for that thing either got ordered wrong, got back ordered 2 or 3 times, and then I had to order somewhere else.
Right.
I mean, it was just, and it was all the way up to the very last part I put on, which was the oil filter.
Hi, Mika, Steve. How are you?
Thinking oil filter was even wrong. They gave me the wrong one.
Mika, what's up, bud?
Doc, let me ask you quite real quick. Is
Sure.
my imagination, am I remembering it wrong, or did those old remote controls have longer sticks and stiffer springs? Meaning, I just get the feeling. Do you have any of the old ones with you there?
I don't have any right here, but I do have some old craft radios.
And I kind of remember the
yes.
sticks being longer.
They're a little bit longer
and stiffer, so I think thumbing might have made more sense. Maybe.
Well, the springs were adjustable even in those because they work exactly the same way.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know,
Sure they were.
Most
I mean, I
people
never adjusted them.
didn't- Yeah, most people never opened the back of the radio up and adjusted them. I tended to turn like the ones that I used were the old Hobby Shack ones.
Right.
So,
Hobby Shack. Yeah.
And they didn't have the open gimbal; they had the closed gimbal where it was just a little ball in the bottom
Right.
that you could see. And we'd open the back up, and I'd adjust on the spring tension down to where it was a little looser for me.
Mhm.
You know, and the only thing that I kept stiffer on it was actually the throttle, and because it was on a ratchet, and that was the one that I kept a little stiffer. But everything else I loosened up. So now my dad, he flew the craft radios, and which had the open gimbals, much like. Well, the Taranis is more or less closed, but the real open ones where you can actually see down inside the gimbal from the stick side,
Right.
he liked those a little stiffer than I did. So he would make sure he'd go in and tweak on the tension springs, you know, to make sure that it was stiff enough for him.
I mean, I would think if they're stiffer like that, that putting your thumb on the top, it just would be better.
Not as smooth. More like the DJI type controllers that we're talking about, Bill. Like more like that feel.
Well, we're just talking about the old remotes.
Right.
You had more leverage because they were longer, they were stiffer. So it just, I don't know. You know, as far as precision was concerned. Plus, we weren't flying drones, so I mean, I don't know. You know,
the closest thing we got to flying drones was regular helicopters. So,
yeah, which I never managed to master.
Oh, I never really mastered it either. I crashed it more often than I flew.
I couldn't afford that hobby because you just break them. It's a lot more. It's a lot more difficult to fix those than.
Oh my goodness! Think about this. All right,
TJ, what are you doing, bro?
You take one of these quads and go stuff it in the dirt. You walk up to it. You go change a prop. You know,
I'm making sure
a
I'm
couple
not
of
lagging.
props. Maybe a battery strap, right?
Right.
Brush the dirt off. Blow the dirt out of the motor bell. Put some new props on it, put a new battery strap on it, put another battery on it, and go back and fly again, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do that with an old RC helicopter, or even current ones, and it's like a $200-300 repair because you got to strip the helicopter all the way down. Check alignment for all your blade shafts. Check alignment for all of your main shafts. Check all the gears. Check all the bearings. I mean, it just adds up.
Your control rod lengths and trimming it out properly.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a lot to it, guys. Let me tell you. So
one of my favorite things was simple. I had a airboat, and it was basically just a hollow plastic hull with an 049 engine and a prop on the back of it. And I only needed 2 channels running that thing all over the lake. It was fast and fun and easy. And if it ran out of gas, I'd get on the boat and I'd go get it. Yep. But that was, that was a little dangerous around swimmers though.
I'm getting me one of them alligator head remotes that float that you put in. I saw
you gotta
them
bring that to spin up for Dobo.
We'll put it in the lake, yeah.
We'll have a tub of water out there in front, with it lurking around. We'll dye the water dark brown. That way, it just kind of pops up and sits there.
I seen them dude pull that gag on people at the river and all with that thing. It's fun.
Oh yeah.
Hey Doc, you're gonna be proud of me, bro. You're gonna be proud of me.
What'd you do? Dun dun dun.
You know this GPS unit right here, the module here?
Yes.
The whole wire in the back where it snaps in, where it plugs in, the pad, the connection pad that's on this came off, right?
Okay.
So I ordered a new one, but I figured to play with it and try to fix it.
Right.
So I bridged. I found another spot where it could connect, and I bridged it with a wire, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And I scraped away some on the board to find that connection, and I found continuity, and the fucking thing works Sorry, your daughter.
Awesome.
Sorry, your granddaughter's on. I'm so sorry. All right.
See
So,
this
yeah,
one.
and now it works, bro.
See this one here is the one out of my my Mi 4K, you know, and it's like on a big board, you know, because it mounts inside the drone. Don't touch. It mounts on the big board. So, but I have the other ones just like what you've got to go inside the ones that I have as well. So, yeah. Oh goodness.
Soldering's not easy, man.
So no, soldering's easy. Just take your time.
Well, yeah, I've never done it.
And then you get old
get
guy
better.
glasses.
You get better and better too. Yeah.
You got to get the magnifying glasses. Yep,
Well,
there you go, Johnny. Absolutely.
Well, I use this.
Yep, any of those work. Absolutely.
Yeah, my son-in-law ordered a soldering kit now. He wants to get in FPV, so he ordered a kit, and he's you know, kind of looking at some stuff. He's been watching,
Okay.
I think, Joshua Baldwell a good bit. So.
All right. Well, he only needs 2 soldering irons. Okay. No, leave that alone.
One for the field and one at home.
No, actually, he needs this one. This is a little 5-watt, 8-watt soldering iron that's USB powered. This is for the fine wires, for the little ones, for like receiver wires, GPS wires, stuff like that. Okay. For the motor wires, you need at least a 30-watt or a 40-watt pencil iron. And that'll solder your power wires onto your ESCs, battery connections, and all that. That's all you need is two soldering irons. That's it.
Wow, I only got one. Look at Bill.
These are the greatest thing ever, you know. And then the light. I mean,
there you go, Bill.
There you go.
Yeah.
I need to get one of those. That's what I need to get.
I've seen on TV. They have them right in the front of the Walmart, I think, somewhere. My wife picked up a couple of pairs.
That looks like Ronco. They built a little portable fishing things there.
Yeah.
No, you got the cheaters with the lights.
Are those good, Bill? They work just as good as like the ones.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Oh wow,
Really?
I might have to look into that.
Because all it is it's adding more light to what you're working on. I mean, when you if you look at where I'm at here, you know, and I look at your guys' screens, you can tell I'm more lit up, and it's because I have 4 lights on in this room. You know, I got the main room light on behind me, which is all 5600 Kelvin LEDs, and then I got another one here and another one there, and then I've just got a regular one here just for some color, you know, in the background. But it's all lit up very bright right here, so I don't need to add
just turn my ring light around.
Yeah, I have one of those too. I have one for it was actually one of those what do they call those what the hell did they call it? Oh, the TikTok lights.
The ring lights?
Yeah, but it held your cell phone on it, and it's on a tripod.
Mine's got a mount for.
Oh, I see that one. Yeah, I see.
Mine. So I took it apart, and I put a camera, a tablet mount on it for when I do the live streams. But I never use the light. I never use it. It's got a USB plug on it. I just never use it.
Here's the one problem with those ring lights. If you're going to do any more professional work as far as videoing yourself, the ring light puts a round light in your eye.
In your eye, yeah.
You can see it, especially if you do a closer, you know, shot. You can actually see the round light, and that's not natural. When you look at most photographs, outside photographs, they all have a single round dot, and that's because the sun is the light source. So,
oh,
a ring
what?
light, you get a round one, and it looks funny. So,
No friggin' way.
What happened, Matt?
Dave. AZ drone dude, bro. He is a trip.
what's up?
I got you a Samsung laptop, Light Titan i7 with 16 gig of memory, 256 gig of M2 drive.
Oh, he must have messaged
Please
you.
send me your address so I can ship it to you.
Oh wow, what a nice guy.
Awesome.
Cool.
Unreal, bro. This guy.
The drone she has is one of the inexpensive ones, you know, like the $30-$40 ones that you can get like at Walmart and places. They're easy to fix. They're cheap to buy.
Man, he bought you a new one?
No, he I think he Bill, what is it exactly that Dave does? I know he does he build them or does he program them or because he comes
No, he
across
just-
a lot of laptops.
He just likes to buy electronics. He probably saw a deal on a used one. That's what's name it again?
It is the Samsung Laptop Lite Titan i7, 16 gig of memory, 256 gig of M2 drive.
All right, the M2 is an SSD, but it's a fast,
the M.2. That's what my desktop runs on is an M.2.
very fast. And an i7. I don't know what version i7 that is, but in any case, you'll be able to do a lot with that, I'd imagine.
Matty, if it's anything higher than 2600 for the memory speed, you're golden.
Yeah, no, it sounds like you're going to be in good shape to me.
Because my desktop that I use right here is a Ryzen 5 2600 with 16 gigs of RAM and a half a gig of M.2. And that's all, and that's what I've got here.
Which Ryzen do you have?
The Ryzen 5 with and it's the 2600 clock speed.
Cool. No,
I love this people. I love the people in this freaking community, bro. You guys are absolutely fucking amazing.
I was thinking about upgrading my PC finally. I was going to go with just a PC though. I was thinking about getting a Ryzen 5 5600X. I mean, that's the sweep.
The catch to the 5600X is you got to make sure you've got the RAM speed matched to it.
Yep.
So
Yeah, Bill was helping
all
me
it is
with a computer.
Yeah, that's all it is.
The other day.
For me, I had the 2600. You know, it was inexpensive. The memory was inexpensive. I mean, everything was just right where I needed it for what I need this computer to do.
Yeah.
You know, and it does it just fine.
550 chipset. So I was going to have a whole bunch of stuff left over if Maddie wants it. You know, I'll find a box for it because I'm attached to this 20-some-year-old case. This silly lit up case here, but
you ought to consider. Well, it depends. If you're going to run a full size board, you can't run the case that I have. So,
Doc, you gave me your address, right? Before, didn't you give me your address?
I did. Yeah. I think I did.
All right, let me check real quick.
I don't know. I could have forgot.
I need at least a mid tower for this board.
I'll tell you what. I have been real busy. So,
yeah, I'm gonna send you something. So,
okay, yeah, no problem. Well, here, to give you an idea, I can show you what I've got as far as case wise. Let me get the right thing here. I got to pick the right camera. That always helps. I think it's this one. That one? Nope, that's the wrong one. It's that one. There we go. Let's see if I can get it far enough away. There we go.
yeah, you did. I got it.
That's the case I use. It's just a Cooler Master, but it's for the mini boards. See,
Right.
okay. Everything's real tight in there. The GPU is a 1660 Super, but it's the short one, single fan. So that's what I use. I mean, and it works great. And I needed something small
Cooler
because
Master.
I only got so much room here on my desk. So
Yeah.
I got one. Yay. I mounted mine. I got this one I got it from Bill.
there you go.
And I mounted it on one of my old tablet mounts for my drones. So it actually just sits.
Sweet.
Yeah. And what the problem was,
Hey,
the
grown-ups.
conversation we got into, Drone Up, say what's up?
Hey, what's up?
We got into is my tablet. I wanted to start live streaming, and I needed a platform to do some more editing and business type shit on a laptop that is going to be strong enough to handle what it is I need. Well, what I have doesn't handle it.
Yep.
Because
it's not just one part. It's the three main parts have to work together to do it. You got to have a fast enough processor, fast enough memory, and a good enough graphics processor. You can't just use the basic one. It just won't cut it. I mean, I've got a MacBook Air. You know, it's brand. You know, I got it right here behind my chair here. Let me grab it. This is a 2017 MacBook Air. Bought it brand spanking new. If I try to run anything other than that Logitech webcam on the input, this thing falls flat on its face.
Oh, wow.
I
Wow.
mean, just flat on its face.
I had the same model. That's the problem I was having with the live stream.
Yeah.
But now I have the M1, and it
That's
works
right.
flawlessly.
Whole different ball game once you
Yeah.
go to
Yep.
that.
Oh,
Do you remember this style, Doc? Look at it. This
Oh,
is
guy.
it's a Raid Max, and
Holy
the light,
crap.
the eyes are
You
blinking
turn the
when
lights
when
off in your bedroom. You're gonna look like you got a freaking monster underneath your desk.
got a door. I still have optical drives.
Oh,
Look at
man.
that. You see what this is down here for
Doc,
you youngsters? What's that thing right there?
Oh, a CD player.
is that
Yeah.
A CD
Oh, that's a
ROM.
floppy. That's a floppy
Floppy.
drive.
Oh,
You got a
it's a
floppy in
floppy.
there? Okay,
Wow,
so
that's old.
Now, no. Wait a minute. Now it's got to be a 5 1/4 floppy though.
I don't have a flop. No, I do in the garage. In the garage in a bin. I got.
And it's
I
got to be a 360. Okay,
with all these lights and stuff, and yeah, Raid Max, baby.
Oh man, I remember all that stuff. 360 for the 5 1/4s. The 3.5s were what 720 when they came out.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, yeah.
So-
They were.
I
Very
never
funny.
messed with the big ones, the big floppies. We never did that.
I still got.
The only crap I ever messed with that was older was with the old trash 80s where you had the tape drive.
Had those too.
Yep.
But the big floppies, I had Windows 2.0
Oh my God.
and Windows. There was actually a Windows 1.0, and I had a copy. I wish I still had that. It's probably collectible.
Yeah.
But they were on
probably.
5.5s, or 5 1/4, whatever the hell it is, 5 1/4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dustin, 144 was what they ended up on the 3.5s. So
You guys are speaking Spanish to me.
oh dude, it
I have
was even
no
3
idea.
dozen for a while.
There were floppy drives you could fan yourself with when it got too hot in the room.
Those I remember. Those I do remember.
It picked up.
It worked. What the hell? A little
See,
slow.
The first copy of Windows that I used was 3.1. That's when I got back into it.
Well, in reality, that's what I did too. But my buddy had some old software, and he gave it to me, and I put the Windows 2.0 just to play around with it on an old 286.
Yeah.
I had given my because that enabled you to have a sort of it was a GUI,
Yep.
It wasn't true GUI because you had to have a 386 for a graphical user interface.
Right.
And
Dave
when
is here.
but
Sorry.
that was-
I had to say that.
That was Microsoft's answer to Apple operating systems. Mac. What was it? iMac. What was it? What was it?
Well, it was the Macintosh actually.
Macintosh. Yep.
Yeah.
That was their answer to that. Was
Yes, sir.
that Windows 2.0, so you could run it with a 286.
Yep.
And then, like I said, Intel came out with the 386, and then Cyrix copied that.
Right.
Remember Cyrix? And then AMD came after that. But I had a Cyrix SLC 33 486. It
Wow.
worked great.
And
Dave, what's up, Dave?
Neil had the Tandy 1000. I had the Tandy TL2. So that was my 286 machine. So
I skipped over to Tandy's. I never had any Radio Shack
Yep.
stuff.
I had a Tandy 1000. Yeah.
hey, easy drone dude.
Mike, do you have any idea what they're talking about?
Who? About
You.
Bill and
Well, I'm the youngest one on the panel, but you're like, I'm trying to keep up.
Matt
In a
don't
way-
even know what a
in a
Doc,
way, I do
Doc,
understand.
Matt
a little
don't know
bit,
what a
not all of
rotary
it.
phone is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Is that one where you do the dial like that? The dial?
I got one on my wall over here.
Hey, I'll throw
My
him
grandparents had one.
I'll throw them back even harder because even with the rotaries, you still have the what is it, the Cat 5 style plug. Well, not in the house I grew up in. We had that big square block with the 4 pins that you
Yeah.
had to plug in the wall.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, Laura. How you
Hi,
doing?
Laura. Hey, Laura.
Laura, it's like 4:00 in the morning there.
Where's
I know, right? She's in
England.
the UK. Yeah, somewhere in England.
I didn't ask her what city. I know she's over there. She's 5
Yep.
hours away. So
Yeah, let me find out. Hey, computer,
She'll tell you.
what time is it in England?
8 hours.
It's 3:59 a.m. in England right now.
What are you still doing awake at 3:59 a.m.?
I think she told me she was it was 5 hour difference. I wonder if she's still here.
Well, it might depend on where in
She
England
is.
she
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Sean is 6 hours different. Sean Geeksvana.
Well, let's see, 4 o'clock, 4 a.m. That would be
6 hours. Yeah.
for me. It's 7 hours.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, 6 for me. Yeah.
Bill,
Isn't that cool how you can watch different time zones have different sunsets? Like my sunset will be at one time. Somebody else's sunset is at another time. It's so weird, bro. It is when you think
depends
about
on
it. It's so
where
odd.
you're at in the time zone too. See,
Yeah.
like I'm real close to the Arizona border, so our sunset time is different than guys over in say Roswell. So,
That's because the aliens are there. That's why.
well,
Laura
yeah,
said
they kind of keep the sun up a little bit. Yeah.
Laura says it's 4 a.m. in England.
Yeah,
4
okay, so
a.m.
that was right. So, yep, 3:59 was what I got.
Doc, what time does it get dark over by you right now? 10 o'clock?
5 hour difference.
No,
For me.
usually by about 8:30 right now.
Oh, okay.
It's just about dark. So, but yeah, I could fly all the way up till about 8:30 at night with the cameras I have on my FPV stuff. So, I all my FPV ones I try to run the low light cameras, so that way if I run late I can still see while I'm flying. Until I pull the goggles off, then trip over myself because it's pitch black out. So,
Mika Steve's across the pond too.
Packard Bell 8086 with dual floppy disk, 4-color monitor.
there you go.
You only had 8-bit color, and if a Panasonic 9-pin printer. I mean,
Yep.
roll that. Actually, my Commodore 64 could give that computer a run for its money.
Almost, yeah. I actually had one of those Packard from hell, so I didn't have it long.
Hey, Bill, I'll be right back, bro. I'm
All right.
gonna leave for a minute, but I'm gonna come back in here shortly. I'm gonna switch devices. I'll be right back.
Richard
Okay.
Fink is in the house.
Ooh, wow, we got a lot of people dropping in.
Good evening, Richard.
Richard.
Yeah, we got a lot of fun. It's just good hangar talk tonight. That's all.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Now, for me, I've got to take this thing apart. I got to swap a receiver in it. This is on Fly Sky right now. So I bought a new RXSR receiver for Tyrannus, except that wonderful FR Sky, they decided they are not shipping any other stuff that doesn't have access on it. Every one of their receivers has the new access software on it. And I don't have access radios. So now I have to download software, put it on the Tyrannus, plug this into the back of the radio, flash the old software that this used to have on it onto this receiver, and then I can plug it in and bind it.
Let me just open up my camera bird and fly. It is so much easier.
Doc, what do you usually use, like flying mostly with FR Sky?
No, I use Crossfire mostly. So,
Okay. Yeah, we switched to Crossfire.
I've got
I gotta still put
Crossfire,
mine in.
Crossfire. That one's gonna be Crossfire, but it's on R9. And then this one, that one, and this one were on Fly Sky, because I have a couple of Fly Sky radios, and they're great. The Fly Sky radios are really, really, really good, so long as you keep it right in front of you, football field basically, and just beat the tar out of it. They are absolutely wonderful for that. Just don't try fly long distance with them. They're not made for that.
Right.
So, but Fly Sky, man, I tell you what, with the X6B receiver, it's dual antenna. The iBus system, as far as the iBus protocol, is actually lower latency than the SBus protocol, which is what Crossfire uses. And man, I'll tell you what, they're right on top of it. Put a good antenna on your transmitter, and as long as, like, if you're a racer, Fly Sky's fine because you're in a closed course. Now,
Doc, the digital. I mean, dude, I'm gonna be honest. I'm good with Fat Sharks, man. I mean,
yeah,
they work really good for me. But we have the HDOs, and there's the Shark Bite that I'm gonna put on it.
Yeah.
So a little bit even more better. But
yeah,
people, the difference between the digital and Fat Shark is that it's the latency.
That's right.
So some people think that digital, it is great. I like digital.
Mhm.
One day I'll probably will go to it, but just because of the price and then that latency thing.
Yeah, here's the thing about latency, and this is what everybody's got to understand. When you go to a digital system, it takes up more bandwidth.
There you go.
Okay. The farther you get out, the way they keep the latency down is they cut back on the information transmitted, so the bandwidth gets narrower, which
Mhm.
keeps your latency low, but then your signal gets degraded.
Mhm.
So that's the trade-off.
There you
Where
go.
when you run analog is a fixed latency other than distance. Okay, because remember, you're still talking about a piece of hardware that's transmitting a signal from a distance. There's still a time lag from the actual transmission to the reception, encoding, decoding, and putting up on screen. And there's no way around that. That is something that is just always there, whether it's digital or analog. So, but when you go digital, it's sending more information, giving you a clearer picture up close. But the way they do that is they take up more bandwidth.
Right.
Okay, so, and that's what you got to remember. And as long as you're okay with it, that's great. That's why you still don't see a lot of racers flying with digital goggles, and it's because the latency issue.
Yeah, it doesn't with the digital. It doesn't work in racing.
Not as good. That's correct.
No.
And the hardcore pilots that are flying 5-inch quads at
Analog
breakneck speeds, man, I'll tell you what, they have to have the lowest latency they can get out of it because they rely on that for timing when to turn around a gate.
Yeah,
So-
Mr. Steele loves analog.
Yeah.
A lot of the old school pilots do.
Yeah,
Yep.
because of latency. Yeah.
You do anything very precise, and most of the guys will prefer the analog, and especially when you go fast. So, but if you're going to go fly more flowy, then the digital works just fine. Like I
Mhm.
wouldn't notice the difference flying digital to analog, other than the crisper screen, the much sharper picture,
Oh,
because I don't fly that real hard, tight,
Yeah.
instant turning every half a second, kind of thing.
Right.
I don't fly that way. So I wouldn't notice the latency hardly at all unless I got real far out.
Mm-hmm.
So, but guys that do fly in tight and do fly hard, do fly fast, they will notice it. Absolutely. So,
See, people, you learn something every day.
All the time from
All
Doc
the time.
Murdoch.
Doc is the professor of FPV.
it's well, I wouldn't say professor, but I definitely know my RF.
Hey, in my eyes,
That you do.
Doc, just agree with me, okay? In my
Here,
eyes,
wait,
you're
wait,
my
wait.
professor.
Wait. Here we go. Wait, we'll do it the right way. Wait a second. I got to get them all right here because I got them all out right now.
All right, no music.
I know my antennas.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I know my antennas. I know my RF. So, and to be honest with you guys, if you take the time to learn more about the antenna stuff, you'll have less issues with whatever system you fly with.
I would love to learn more about the antenna stuff.
It's really not all that difficult.
Is it easy to make one, Doc?
Depends
No.
on which one. So,
Not as easy as walking in the store and buying or ordering from Race Day Quad.
well, here's
Much
the
easier
thing,
that
Johnny. I can buy this antenna from Race Day Quads, right?
Right.
But is it going to work as good as this one?
No.
No. And the reason why is because it's mass produced. Their quality control for the size of the elements, where it's cut, how it's cut, the dimensions being precise is not as precise because
Right.
they have to allow for a percentage inconsistency to be able to mass produce. Being that I hand make every single one. So when I make them, they work. So,
Those are the
yeah.
ones for the A2S.
well, it came out for Mini 2 and and Air 2. The Yagi.
Yeah.
Huh?
Chris
This is-
Waters wants to play a tiny, short,
Yeah, Chris got a
tiny
little
little
video
challenge
of it.
video, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, if it's his recent one, it's pretty good.
No, I always like to put his stuff up.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Chris, why don't you just join in for God's sakes? And
I
you're
know.
doing full screen.
Yeah,
did it once,
Chris.
and he was in his car, and you could barely see him. So I think that's why he likes that, because he likes to be in the shadows. Hey, yeah, this. What do you think of these, Doc? Do you think this actually adds anything to? I mean, you got to drop to
helps.
5. This is 5.8 only.
Make it full screen so I can see it better.
It's those like Yagi antennas for the Air 2 and the Air 2S and that
Well,
controller.
I've seen some different ones, so
Yeah,
I'm not sure which one that one is.
It's the one.
it's got
Yeah.
the. It's
We
the
lost
one
you,
that's
Bill.
got the little. It's got the little metal rods in it, and it just slips right over the antennas of the Air 2S controller.
I hit the wrong one.
Yep, there we
I
go.
am.
Let's see.
Oh,
Hold
yeah.
that puppy up.
Look at that good-looking guy. Look at him.
Oh, okay. And
Advertising for the antennas.
turn it so I can see how the connectors work. Turn it around so I can see where it connects.
It doesn't.
Oh,
It's
it
just a Yagi reflector. It attaches to the. God.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be for range. What it is it actually helps out with your signal, so your signal doesn't drop quite as often.
Yeah,
What
kind
it's
of.
supposed to do is it's supposed to shape your signal more. So you got to really be sure that you're pointed right at the drone,
Right.
and because it supposedly shapes it and lengthens it.
Well, here's the catch to them. All right, on the transmitter itself, you've got the two folded antennas, right?
Not on this new controller. They're
on the
built
new
into
one?
the phone holder.
Okay, so it goes over the phone holder part where the antennas are, then, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, here, like this.
Okay. So
Right. It's
here's the
designed
catch.
for that.
This is what you got to understand about antennas. When you take a Yagi, all right, because that's what those are, is a Yagi.
Right.
The driven element has two poles. It's a dipole. You got your driven part and you got your ground element.
Right.
Okay. If those two elements are not in the correct alignment between the two parasitic elements, the reflector one and the first director, that's what they call them. If it's not in the exact right spot, you're going to get a mismatch on the antenna and it's not going to work as good.
Yeah.
And that's the catch.
Well, I got this through Rick at
Drone Valley.
Drone
Drone
Valley.
Valley.
Yeah.
You know what? I
It's
was gonna
pretty
buy a
long.
set. I was gonna buy a set of those, but you know what? I have no range issues with the Air 2S and the Mini 2.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if they were worth purchasing or not. I mean, I don't know. You tell
It's
me,
cheap.
Bill, because I've never used them.
Well, I know. I just played with it. It's cheap enough to try it and see what it does.
How much are they, Bill?
No, it's less than $20, and
Yeah, they're cheap. They're like, you can get them for like 17, 18 bucks, something like that.
All right.
Yeah. No, it's just you clip it on, you drop to 2.4, because that's another thing. You're not going to really be true OcuSync 2.0 or whatever it is you're on.
Yeah,
Because
see,
you're-
that's
you're-
the other catch. Yeah.
You gotta stay on 5.8 with that one.
Yeah, you have to switch over to 5.8. You can't do auto. You
Right.
have to switch to
5.8
manual.
only, right?
So, Bill,
And I tried it, and I got zero increase in range on my Mini 2. I got exactly the same results
Yep.
as
And
without it.
Well, I
And
think the way
yeah.
I tried it
How
once
it's
or
set up.
twice now. Don't get me wrong. I'd have to probably try it in
Rick
different
made a
conditions.
video on that. Rick made a video on those Yagi antennas, and
Yeah.
I think the main objective of them was not to gain more distance, but to gain less interference between your controller and the quad when you're out.
Thus, still, you should end up with better distance if you do that. But you're right. I mean, I understand. I understand
Yeah,
that
you
part.
should. Technically, you should end up with better distance, or at
You
least
would
you would think so. Yeah.
Little Laura's saying good night. Good night, guys.
Night,
Good
Laura.
night.
Laura.
Good night,
Good
girl.
good night, Laura.
Oh, you
Good
want to play that video of Chris's? He threw it in the chat.
Oh,
sir.
there's the link. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take
But
a look.
anyway, I didn't see any improvement, but I didn't give it much of a chance, to be honest with you. So I just thought I'd see what Doc thought of them.
Run one full
Yeah.
battery without them, and then run a full battery with them out a distance in an open area and see what you can get. Some people on the internet, you watch them in open areas, they get more distance with those on. They'll run, 5,000 feet instead of 4,500 feet or something like that.
I mean,
Right.
flying over Port St. Lucie towards the ocean, I mean, there's so much interference between
Yeah.
me.
You're never going to get a true accurate test on that one going over that much interference.
Plus, what some people don't realize, I'm sure most of you do, the further you go away, you're changing your angle. You know what I mean? It's getting further and further away. And now all of a sudden those trees, those 100-foot or 70-foot trees that are a half a block away, now they start getting in your way. You know,
Yep.
it doesn't matter you're 400 feet up. If you're 2 miles away, now you know. So anyway, so it's not just the Wi-Fi interference. It's the
that OcuSync on the Air 2S is absolutely nothing short of amazing.
Oh, I like it.
I can be facing the total other direction. Like I could be sitting on my porch and fly over my house in the opposite freaking direction, and I don't lose signal for 3,000 feet. It's unreal.
Chris said just put some aluminum foil on your antennas.
Now,
Hey, come on, Johnny. That's dangerous now. Be careful.
Chris, as far as I know, Chris is involved with this whole Tiny Whoop challenge thing online. There's a website where you can
Yeah,
go.
I think he is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he is.
I want
Ready
to
to go?
do that. I want to do that. Oh, you fly to macro? I thought you usually do it in stability mode for this. Look at this.
We're talking about Chris here now, Matt.
He's quick on them sticks, boy.
Now, bet it only took him one try to do this.
You know what? I have those PVC pipes. I have a bunch of them set up for when my daughters used to do dance class. That's what I should do, man.
That is
Set
a
up.
good idea right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've done that with the PVC pipes.
got a
Oh, I
bunch
need
of
to do
those.
that.
But I did it with the 5-inch doing that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I wouldn't be able to do that yet. I'll do it with
Sure.
that Tiny Hawk Freestyle that I'm getting. I'll do it with that.
You could do it with a 5-inch. The gates
Yeah.
could be 5 feet by 5
Wow.
feet. That's standard for multi-GP.
That
You'd
was
probably
good
be you'd probably be better with the 5-inch.
Yeah.
That was good
Smoother.
stick inputs. Good stick movement there, Chris. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was
Absolutely.
awesome, Chris. Nice
He's
one.
quick.
Yeah, I saw that one. That one's good.
Oh yeah, he says
quick.
100 tries. I can
Hey,
relate
what's up,
to
Mike?
that.
Mike Train.
Night train.
What's going
Night
on, bro?
train.
Use
Oh,
the hill,
train.
the hillbilly
Corey
horseshoe
Hanover
rags.
What's up, Corey? Yeah. Yep.
Well, he had Kai's shirt on. Maybe Kai was really flying at, maybe Chris wasn't flying it like that little 4-year-old guy, 6-year-old guy flying.
Either that or Chris is kissing his ass so he doesn't get his ass kicked.
Chris just had the goggles
There we
on,
go.
act like he was flying. Kai was
Okay.
behind him, really flying the drone.
All right, guys. I wanted to go back to the antenna thing here for you real quick. Okay. Let me show you what the polar chart, and they call them a polar chart, when you plot the emissions from an antenna. Okay.
Right.
So let me there we go. Okay. You want to put that up full screen, Bill, so everybody can see that real good?
Sure. Okay.
You got to move him all the way to the left, Bill, where you're at.
What is this, Doc? Is this antenna?
This is a polar chart. Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right.
What the heck? Why won't it do it?
Click on that big.
There it goes.
There you go.
There it is.
Okay. This is a polar chart for a dipole antenna. So that's where you've got your driven element halfway up, and then your your ground element halfway down. It's basically a big donut. It's a circular pattern. Okay. When you go to a Yagi, this is what it should look like.
More like a squash.
Wrong one. There we go. That is what it's supposed to look like with a Yagi.
Right.
Now, understand, you are not creating more energy. You're not making more energy. All you're doing is you're taking the energy from the backside of the emissions and pushing it in a single direction. That's what a directional antenna does.
Right.
Okay.
That's why you got to keep it.
That's
more,
right.
You gotta be more careful about where you're pointing your antenna.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So that's why when I make these antennas and these antennas, these are directional, okay? And these have to be pointed in the direction that you're generally flying. These have about a 45 to 55 degree angle, So like basically like this. Okay, that's what it sees. These are omnidirectional. They work just like a dipole antenna. So it sees in all directions. The only difference between a dipole antenna and these is a dipole antenna is linear polarized. These are circular polarized. So in other words, the signal is spiraling as it's transmitted, and it's either right hand or left hand. I do all of mine right hand. I can make them left hand, but I have no need. So that's basically it. But there's more versions of this, because with a dipole you can have vertical polarization, you can have horizontal polarization, you can have cross polarization. Now where you get cross polarizations, you have those two Yagi antennas to clip on, but if you were to take both those antennas, which are like this, and place them in a cross but pointing in the same direction, that's cross polarization, where you get horizontal and vertical at the same time. It's not circular, but it's cross.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I have a question, Doc.
Yeah, shoot.
I have a set of these goggles,
Yep.
and these antennas that come with the drone, with the goggles, I'm not necessarily assuming they're really that good.
Burn them.
Okay, I need a set because there are diversity goggles. I need a set. Can you, if I hit you up tomorrow, can we set something up to where you can make me a couple?
For one, I can show you how to make this one. This one's really easy. Okay.
Oh shit! Call me too, man.
This one's easy because it's just a square piece for the reflector, and it's basically a square piece. It's not quite square, with two notches cut, and there's a dimension where you put the hole in the middle, and that's it. And then there's a spacer that's a single nylon washer that you get at the hardware store as a spacer. And
Can't I just have you make it?
Well, of course I can make
Hey,
it. You
Doc.
can't learn shit that way.
I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to learn everything from you, Doc. You know that.
So, but that's
I want to make it. I want to get a set of antennas for this that are actually going to be worth it. And
well,
I know
doing these is the best. Okay, people don't. Some like the racers don't like these. Why? Because they're open. You know, you can bang them up, bend them, and get them all tweaked. But for everybody else, these work great.
But that one goes on the quad.
It can go on the quad or the goggle.
Mhm.
Okay. See, I'm looking for
Either
strictly
one.
the goggles. Yeah.
Yeah, it can do either.
Okay.
So like these ones, I have the 90-degree element on it. That's for going to the goggles.
Yeah.
This one is a straight one. This is for going on the quad.
Yes. Okay. Got it.
Depending on how you got the VTX mounted.
All right.
Doc,
So
have you ever?
I'll call you tomorrow on the conversation because I'm going to need another set of antennas, and because I don't think these are going to cut it for when I want to do.
Doc, have you ever thought about like making and start selling your own style of like your own brand?
It's like I said before. Once you get into the point where you're trying to produce them in any large quantity at all, you have to make compromises to be able to produce them, and that's when the accuracy and the quality go down.
Right.
I would rather.
Matt, those antennas are better than those single stick.
Oh God,
What do
yeah.
you call it? You
Oh,
know,
for sure.
the
Oh,
ones
you're
you-
talking about these?
the ones he has now.
I will never
Yeah,
go
like-
back to those no more.
No, wait a minute though. The Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle uses linear. Okay, it's got a linear antenna on it, so you can use a circular polarized goggle antenna with a linear transmitter antenna. You lose a little bit on the signal, but remember, you got this tiny little quad. You ain't flying the darn thing out there a half a mile.
No.
Mhm.
You see,
Right.
you're good in close, so that's what you got to bear in mind. Now you go on to a 5-inch, you're not running a linear antenna on a 5-inch unless you're running it as a beater. Okay, and I got one up here. It's got a linear antenna on it because it is the beater. That thing has taken a beating, and I leave the linear on it for just that reason, because when it hits the ground, it always tumbles, flips, and rolls, and cartwheels, and all that. And the cartwheeling is what tears these up. Okay, so the linear antenna, if I cartwheel it, it's just a little whip out there, and it just hits the ground and bounces right back up again. So yeah.
Night Train's talking about his antennas in there. He's got a 12 dBi antenna and a SkyDroid. Is that right? It's got great range.
Oh, 12 dBi. I can only imagine.
Now it's probably closer to 6 or 8. Okay,
A
the
long
12
range
dBi it's always they always over.
Oh, they over exaggerate the dBi.
Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah.
Got
See,
it.
like these, this has, if I remember correctly, 3.5 turns is about 4 dB. But when you consider 4 dB, that's a lot. Okay, that's the equivalent to doubling your output power.
So 8, right? Doc?
No, 3.
Oh, 3.
Yeah. So this is the equivalent of doubling your output power. It's like going from a 1-watt transmitter to a 2-watt transmitter. Because remember, it's not linear.
Okay.
Okay, when you increase power on your transmitters, and it doesn't matter if it's your control link or whether it's your VTX. Every time you double your power, you increase a certain dB.
Got it.
So it's exponential. So like if you start out with 100 milliwatts and you go to 200, you get twice the range.
Right.
But then to get twice the range again, you got to double the 200, which is 400. And then from 400 to 800, 800 to 1600, 16 to 3200. You see?
Mm-hmm.
It's an exponential curve. So at that point, that's why you're better going with a directional antenna. So, because you can get more gain out of it without increasing the power. There you go. Yeah.
I'm actually thinking of, because what I did with this
Stevie
one,
Wonder on.
I know this beta FPV, this little beta FPV light radio did not come with an external antenna. It was actually internal right inside here.
Yep.
I have the Hubsan H501SS. I don't know if you know what quad that is.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. A lot of people did mods to that controller where they put external antennas on it.
Yeah.
And that's what I did to it. And now I have all of that stuff. Hey, Jesus. I have all of that stuff now. So I opened up my controller and I added an antenna to this, an external antenna to get a little bit better signal with the range.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of doing the same thing with these goggles because I have the other set that I use.
Yep.
But for these, I think I'm going to open them up and put antennas on this one too.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that one's only got 1 receiver in it, not 2.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's fine.
So.
Yeah, you put an external antenna on it, and you're golden. You'll get twice the range out of it just right out of the gate. Especially if you go with the circular, circular to circular.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get a much cleaner signal when you're flying. So,
have a conversation there, Mr. Chris. This one's it's gonna take more than just like a live chat explanation to get it up here. So.
Yeah, well, you know what? I've just been meaning to do it. I just haven't had time to do it here recently. But I need to sit down and actually do a live stream of just how to make an antenna.
Yes.
I think you should.
Awesome. That'd be awesome,
because
bro.
Of anything you can do in this hobby, soldering's easy. Okay, it really is, guys. I mean, once you figure out how to tin a pad, good Lord, it ain't that flipping hard. Okay, these guys that whine and snivel about that, we all know who they are. It's like, come on, give me a break. But doing this takes a little more effort. It really does. This takes a little more thought process, a little more planning. You got to take a little time in doing it in a certain order. So, and once you do that, you're good. Once you figure out how to make the antennas and make them consistently, then you're golden.
Hey, November 6th, a long way off. Doc could just build a whole bunch of antennas between now and November 6th.
I was thinking about
there
that.
You go, Johnny.
I honestly was. I was honestly thinking about that, because it's not that hard to make them, and I just pick a standard length.
Right.
I just have to decide whether to make them just for goggles or whether to make them for the quads. Because, like I said, my goggle ones all have 90-degree connectors, and all the quad ones have straight ones. So, but these are the easiest. I mean, these patch antennas, dirt simple, absolutely dirt simple. I mean, all in all, probably take me an hour to make one. And that's taking my time. But if I go to make like a half a dozen of them, I could probably make a half a dozen of them in 2 hours.
Right. Yeah.
Because then I'm cutting out multiple parts, out of the same piece of metal. So then I've got them all there. So I do one step. Okay, now all those parts are done. Then I take them and go and do the next step to all the parts, and then do the next step to all the parts. And then when I go to assemble them, I assemble them. Once one's assembled, I take it out, put the next one in, do the final, and I can knock them all out in about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey Matt, anybody
I just posted Doc's
There you go.
link in the chats there for his channel for anybody that's not subscribed to him.
Chris, sounds like Doc has been hearing my whining about soldering. Chris, I spent hours with you, okay, on Skype teaching you how to do this, okay? It's not that hard.
Just takes practice, time.
Yep.
Doc's a good man, dude. You took time to help us too, man. It was it was wonderful.
Chris and I, man, we had probably a half a dozen Skype calls when he was getting his 5-inch put together, and those Skype calls were at least 2 and 3 hours at a time.
Wow.
And we would just go through all the steps on how to, piece at a time, putting it together right. And when he was done, it was built and it was right, and he didn't have to worry about it. So,
All right. Well, guys, I'm gonna hop off. I got a babysit in the morning because the daycare shut down because of COVID. They got a 3-year-old. They got a 3-year-old that tested positive for COVID. So.
Oh, that's not good.
No, I know.
Thank
you all, and I'll Bill. Thank you for having me, and Mike and Doc and Maddie. I'll talk to y'all, of course.
Good night, Johnny.
Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow, John.
All right. Maddie, I'll get that Air 2S. I'll put it on eBay for you.
Look at Doc, bro.
Wait a minute, I got a better one. You can put it on FPV Exchange. Right, there you go.
That's not happening. That Air 2S ain't going. Actually, you know what? It wouldn't even be my decision. Lauren wouldn't let me sell that son of a bitch.
That's like
See, when I solder for the bigger jobs,
that's for those 250 amp ESCs, right?
I got this.
That's awesome, Bill.
It scared the shit out of me, bro. I didn't know what that noise was. I'm like, what the hell was that?
Then I got this little itty bitty battery powered one here. So this works pretty good.
Man, there for a second, I thought Bill was setting up with some screamo or something.
No, what the hell?
Good Lord.
Oh God.
Thought Bill was going off the deep end. Just a little.
I get that.
I was wondering what he was tinkering with over there.
I get that big tin solder. You know what I mean? I don't miss anything. Everything gets soldered.
He was planning it.
Man, I don't even
planning something.
When I get to a solder job that big, it's silver. You get silver solder.
Well, you got money.
Oh man,
that's for plumbing. Pretty silly. And
I got a whole toolbox full of all that.
This little Weller thing actually works pretty good, to be honest with you.
What is that?
Not bad, but they just don't last that long. Especially when you're building an FPV rig.
Well, you're using it all the time. I used it. Right. I think I bought it just to fix a vape mod, I believe.
See, because just on this quad here, you got 3 wires per ESC. Well, no, take that back. 2 wires per ESC that would use a small soldering iron. Then you've got the 3 wires for the camera, the 3 wires for the receiver, and 3 or 4 wires for the VTX, and those are all small wires. So it's like the only time I use the big soldering iron is the main power wires going into the ESC.
Yeah, those are the bigger ones, right? The XT60 connector wires and all.
Well, not on the ESC. They're a little smaller than that, but you use the large soldering iron for that so that you get a good connection on the pads on the flight controller. And then, then you've got your XT60 connection, and you got to put your connector on that. You need a big soldering iron for. But everything else is the small one, and that's why I use the USB one. So, and it works great. I've got like 3 of them. I keep one on the wall here. I keep one in my flight bag, and then I've got another one down here somewhere as a spare. Just in case the element dies.
I need to get me one for the field. You know how you plug in your light post to it.
Oh yeah, Mike, one of those
Mike from Night Train has one of those butane refillable ones.
Those aren't bad. I've tried those. I've not had good luck with those things.
No,
I had one of those. I lost it somewhere. This is just cool to throw in your toolbox and have for quick use. 6 watt, 8 watt.
Let me grab the one I got. Hold on.
Yeah.
See, I started with this one. for now.
Yeah, I don't even
since-
have one. I don't even
since-
have a soldering iron. I don't have one.
It came with this. Hey, Matt, it came with this case, everything, right? So
Let me see what's inside of it.
So I got this, right? Well, first of all, I got it because it's my brand colors because I like the case and the red and the.
Oh, yeah, no shit.
So I started with this, and I got this for like 40, I think $40. This.
Yeah.
And this is what I see. It came with all this. See?
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
You got
that's
a
a
whole
nice little kit.
See? I started with this one.
See, here you go, guys. This is what you're talking about. There we go.
Oh, you have an XT60 connector
Yeah.
on the end.
See, I need to
It
get me
comes
one of
this
those.
Comes this way.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it comes already done. Now it says it's 12 volt, but I've tried it on 12 volt, and once you put the load to the 12 volt battery, basically a 3S battery, the voltage drops too low and doesn't get hot enough. You plug it into a 4S battery, then it works right.
Yeah.
There you
And
go.
Matt, you need to get one of these too.
I don't have any of that. I have a meter. I have that.
Yeah, you
I don't
got
have
it.
any of the I don't have any of the I'm a newbie to all this shit, but I don't have any of the tools. Now, Chris, I know you sent me that list on Skype.
Yep.
I don't have Skype anymore.
You know,
No, I factory reset my my phone and my tablet because I was having issues with my DJI drones,
yeah.
and I did not re-download it, so I don't have any of that information anymore.
I can send it to you. It's easy
I
enough.
think you still have all of it, right? You have all that
I
stuff.
got it in my head.
I need to start doing it. I need to start doing this. I need to start picking some of this stuff up. When the finances are good enough to do it,
Yeah.
I will.
Night
I
Train
will.
says he's got the TS100 knockoff. You know what? That TS100 is a really good soldering iron. I mean, it's very good actually. The only thing it's not great on is if you got to solder a heavy, 12 or 10 gauge XT60 wire. That's where it kind of falls because it just doesn't quite have enough heat.
That's
heat
when you pull this.
absorption.
That's when you pull
That's
this.
right. Yeah. Then you just freaking get it all to melt.
And look at Doc. Matt before said he was never going to get into FPV. Look
I
at
know.
that.
Huh?
Look at that. Another one in the dark side.
I broke him hard.
It's not good. But see, here's the thing though, is I don't forget about these.
Well, I have them
Oh
too.
heck no! I love my Air 2S. I love
I
it.
don't forget about these guys.
Hey, what's his name from Altel said they're coming.
Yeah, they are.
The mini's coming.
Oh, the
Yeah.
mini. He said you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
The mini's coming. He says they would be unwise to not look at that
Of course.
seriously.
And
Of
that'd be
course.
good for Altel because they need to get
Oh.
more
Oh.
drones in people's hands, just like DJI does. More variety of drones.
Here's the thing. I don't even care if it's 250 grams.
Oh, yeah.
Period. I really don't.
Yeah.
If it's more comparable to like an Air 2S or a Mavic Air, an old Mavic
Oh, yeah.
Air, that's fine. I would be totally happy with that. So because it's smaller, it will pack in my flight bag easier. The Autel, Evo 2 Pro, man, that thing's a monster.
The best thing about it, it's orange.
Pardon?
Give me orange, baby. I want orange.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you
I
can see
love
that.
orange. I love that orange color. Actually, they did a good job because the original Evo was that very shiny orange.
Yes.
That matte orange that they have on the Evo 2 is sexy looking, bro.
Much better.
Yeah,
Much
you
better.
can see it more in the sky. But
Look, I like the orange. I,
wish,
don't know if I'm physically attracted to it like you are, Maddie, but it's sexy.
I wish DJI would come out with some orange drones or something that you can.
Well,
see
here's the
easily.
thing: you can they got skins for everything.
Yeah.
They can make
All
them
you
whatever
got to do
color
is
you
put
want.
a skin on it for whatever color, shape,
That's true.
design,
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Mine used to have camo. I had camo on mine,
Yeah.
and I ended up taking it off because I'm going to go with a different color. But you know what? If you've got the patience for it, you can do it. The Air 2S, there's so many pieces, like 40 something pieces to it.
Yeah.
It's if you don't have patience, don't even bother.
Yep.
Because
That
you're
is
gonna screw it up, and you're gonna be pissed off at yourself. But it's not that bad.
Yep.
And it
DJI's
makes the drone look great. It really does.
got to fix that update though, man, because a lot of people are having those issues. With that
Yeah, I
update,
heard
man.
a lot of people are having issues with that new update. So
Yes.
Translucent chartreuse green. I'm reading the chat. It says, We're going.
Where did that one come from?
That's
I don't know,
that's Night Train. He's
Oh,
drinking.
Night Train.
World, though.
Oh my God. Talk about a really off the wall color.
Yeah.
That's
I think
all right.
Mike likes green, I think.
Yeah, he does.
Actually,
One of his favorite colors, I think.
my full size airplane, when I get it done, it's going to be base white. It's going to be a lighter version of forest green or Kelly green. It's just going to be a little lighter, and then it's going to have orange pinstriping to offset the green and the white. And that's just when I put the colors together, that looked great to me. You know,
I'm gonna
the
stick
whole
with my brand colors, the black and orange.
black and
with
orange.
Yeah, the colors that because like with the new logo and everything, it's all black and orange.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna stick with those colors.
Black and
I like
orange are
Find
good.
it.
It's good
that. Yeah,
together.
it's hot looking. Yeah.
You know, I like camo, but I don't know why I didn't think of Blind Neil, and of course the guy that's nearly blind said camo sucks if it crashes you in the bush.
That's
you
true.
won't be able to
So
find
it's like you're trying to lose it by making it that color.
yeah, pretty much.
He makes a
My
good
Mini
point.
2 is still camo, but this one I think I'm gonna go with like a actually maybe like a neon orange or I also like the military camo in black. That looks good too. I'm gonna change it though. Why DJI stuck with this color? I have no freaking idea.
They're hoping you lose the drone. You have to buy another one.
It's the worst color in the world to fly on a sunny day. The worst color in the world to fly because you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
see it. You can't see shit. You can't. And believe it or not, those wraps make a huge difference.
Yeah.
You can see it much better when it's in the air. Much
And,
better.
and I think Doc is right because I think the reason why DJI doesn't make different colors is they know that there's skins out there that you can
Yep.
buy, so they're not gonna go and waste money to create another fucking
And
color.
the best
That's right.
part, bro, is the skins. You go to Decal Girl. First of all, they're only like $25, and if you screw up any part of that entire set of decals that they send you, if you
gotta
screw up
buy a
a
whole
part
nother
that goes
set.
on your leg, if you screw up a piece that goes right here on the leg, one little piece, they'll send you an entire new set. The whole
that's
freaking
awesome.
skin. They
Wow.
send you the entire thing again. Yep. Lon
Yeah.
screwed up his wrap twice on his DJI FPV drone, and they sent him 2 brand new freaking sticker sets. The
Wow.
whole set, not just one piece.
Yeah, DJ ain't gonna spend money on that because they like, dude, why we gotta spend money on that when we can put that extra money in enhancing the drone on the next one?
Yeah.
right?
They're smart dudes, man.
How many grams is the sticker set?
Ooh, I'm not sure. I don't think it adds much. I know my Mini
No.
2
Well,
is below 250.
Yeah, for anything other than the mini, it don't matter.
Oh, of course, but
Yeah.
I mean I'm thinking about my Mini too
No,
because
my
you know,
Mini 2
I've
is
already
still under
got the metal.
250.
I got the metal caps on the motors, and then if I got that little tiny Ulanzi light, and that puts me just barely under 249 between those two things.
I don't think it's. I think it's maybe
Sergio has
2
it.
grams total.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Sergio has a wrap on his. We should have him weigh it.
Well, the Mini 2, it's a good thing is the Mini 2 was actually not 249. It came in at 243. So you had that extra space to add weight to it.
Oh,
Mine
you're
weighs-
good. You'll
Mine,
be good.
mine
You're good.
mine comes in below 240. Actually, it was about 238.
Oh,
238.
dude,
yeah.
you're fine. You're fine, Bill.
Well, no, but
Yeah.
it did until I put 6 grams of metal motor caps on it.
Well,
You
the Ulanzi light you don't fly on the daytime, do you?
No,
So you'll be good during the day. And
then what? Peel the stickers off at night?
no, I don't think it's going to put you over 250.
I wouldn't fly the Mini 2 at night anyway. So
I don't yeah, the camera's not worth it. I don't think. I think you'll be fine. If not under a little bit, I think you will hit the 250 because I have motor caps.
Yeah.
My motor caps are a little bit smaller than yours. You have that double layer, and I have the skin on there, and I'm under 250.
do you have a gram scale?
Huh?
Do you have a gram scale?
My wife's sister does because they do the weekend.
Doc.
So I use that.
I caught that right away.
Now I'm gonna need to edit this video.
Damn.
Yep. Hey, it's good to have neighbors. You
I got one too, but it's
know what? I'm gonna end up getting one. I'll probably end up buying one.
I bought one. I got one on Amazon that goes to 1/10 of a gram, which is fine. But see, I wanted something I could use for heavier stuff. So this particular one, I mean, I still have to buy a weight, a tear weight to see if it's how accurate it is. But it goes a tenth of a gram, and you can actually put up to 11 pounds on it or something like that. I don't know. The range, usually the ones that go down to less than a gram, tenth of a gram, whatever, 100 gram, usually they're only good to like 11 ounces or
half a pound or so.
Half a pound. Right. But this one has a really long range. Like, yeah. And it wasn't that expensive, and it seems pretty accurate. I don't know. But I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, if it's accurate, who cares? That's all that matters, right?
Yep.
No, and this wasn't expensive.
Yeah, that's what I love about Amazon. I absolutely love Amazon.
Yeah, their customer service is awesome.
Except now for the whole paying for the Prime. Amazon, you pay for Amazon Prime for next day shipping, and 3/4 of the shit you buy now is not next day shipping. Now it takes 2 or 3 days, but that's not a big deal.
I don't have any problem with shipping here. I really don't. I get everything exactly when they say I'm going to get it. I mean, I've had that problem once or twice when something is shipped through New Jersey because of all the issues they had over there, and but typically I get it pretty quick.
Oh no, I have no. I'm talking. You know what I mean? Like when you Amazon Prime before all this COVID, most of the stuff you bought, you got the next day. That was the whole point of Prime, was next day.
That's right.
Or 2 days.
2 days.
Now, after the whole COVID thing hit, now everything you're like, if I bought something right now, I probably wouldn't get it until maybe Wednesday.
Right.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but
I'll be getting next.
It's not really that big of a deal.
I wonder if people are canceling their memberships now. They're like, 2 days. If I don't,
you know what? No one in society, they probably are. They're complaining about an extra day. Who cares? When
they're not. And I'll tell you why. The convenience, the credit line, everything that comes with it, like Amazon Prime movies, Prime Video. I mean,
yeah.
I have it as much now for that as I do anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of extra features you get with the Amazon Prime. So.
I don't even use it. More. I had the Prime Video and stuff that I have. I don't even use it.
Oh, I do. Absolutely.
I don't use it.
Yeah, no, I use it. I use Prime Video, and because I got my Paramount Plus through that, so it's all together in one thing, so I can watch my silly Star Trek shit. But
hey, it ain't silly.
Yeah, I love it. All my life.
Star Trek, Star Wars, Farscape. Yeah.
See, because I mean, do you have cable television? Do you have cable television, Manny?
Yeah.
See, I don't. I cut the cable a couple of years ago. So I've got an antenna on the roof. I was thinking about getting a Yagi, antenna, so I could point it.
Sammy Burns, what's up, baby?
What's up, Sammy?
But I get 40-something channels, nice and clear on my antenna, and I have a DVR recording off the airwaves for any that way any streaming services I have are cheap because, like, I'll give you anything that has ESPN is going to be expensive because of the sporting aspect of it. So you get cheaper one. Like, what do we have? I don't know. I have one it's like $20 a month because it's got Lifetime and Hallmark movies and all like that. My wife likes that stuff, so that makes her happy. It's got Discovery Channel and a bunch of that stuff. So we still have all that, And then I've got the Amazon Prime and I've got the Paramount Plus, and I'm happy. I don't even have Netflix. I don't need it, And I save a lot of money, and I have a lot of choices. Oh, yeah. And they got good free ones, like Pluto is a really good free one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and I use that.
Yeah, I was living off of Roku. All my TVs are Roku. I have a 55-inch and two 40-inch Rokus, and I would do everything online off of mobile hotspot.
Nice.
And I would watch all the apps through there.
Oh,
but
yeah, it's
I got the internet was starting to shit out, and I like live TV. I don't know what it is about live TV. I just like watching live TV. So I ended up getting Xfinity with the Xfinity Wi-Fi and shit. It's not that bad. It's not too bad. Price isn't bad.
Well, I have an antenna, so I have live TV, but I only pay $47 a month for my internet, and that's it. As far as
that's what I pay, Bill.
Yeah, for the Comcast.
For AT&T.
47 a month for your internet.
45.
That's not bad at all.
No.
And it's not bad. I mean, I'm getting close to 60 down. I mean, because that's the cheapest one they got. But I'm getting close to 60, like 59.9 down. It's supposed to be 50. but I get about 60 down and about 6 up. It's supposed to be 5, which is fine. Clearly, I never have any problem with you guys when I'm streaming in here. So
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Have any glitches.
Mine. I check mine every time, and mine says 90 download or upload, one of the two, and then 20. 20 upload.
Yeah, it'd be 20 up. Yeah.
90 and 20 upload on mine. That's
pretty
good.
good. That's pretty good for
That's
45
fast
bucks.
internet. Yeah, it's fast internet. It says your internet is fast when I do my test run
That's
on it.
about what I get right now through I think it's Comcast or whatever, Xfinity.
Xfinity is Comcast pretty much same thing.
Yeah.
And I have it.
So
no, it is the same. That's the same company.
yeah,
same
it
thing.
pretty much is.
But Mike, you seem to have internet problems on occasion, though. Why?
I don't think it's my internet. I'm telling you, I think it's my computer.
Yeah, it's your computer.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I gotta get another computer, man. I just have to.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with for 47 bucks. I can't really complain about that.
No, not at all.
You know, and then but my streaming started to add up, and it's like, why do I need all these things? And I did get HBO through Amazon, but I only did that for one reason, and that was to watch Game of Thrones. You know, and once that, and then once that was over, I got rid of it. That was it. Yeah, I like Game of Thrones for a particular reason. And then she ended up getting killed at the end, and I'm very, very disappointed in that.
Nah. They all die in the end.
I don't watch that kind of stuff.
Sam and Rose is in the house. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, we said hi to him.
Well, that means Sam's in the house, but that means Rose isn't far behind him.
Yeah.
Next to him.
Yeah, probably right behind him.
Hey, she's learning how to fly, man. She's doing good too. She's doing good flying. She's getting there.
Good deal.
Dude, Sam's got a nice bike, man. Did you guys see that bike?
Oh, his Harley? Yeah, he's got a Harley.
Your
it's a
favorite
badass
color?
looking bike.
Orange and black.
And it's got the Fly Zone drone sticker on the freaking what is that? The oil tank that he had it on or something?
Gas, yeah, the gas tank, yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah, he's got
Third Eye says he's getting 220 down or 224 down and 10 up. That's still real good.
Sure it is.
I wish I could check mine, but I don't have my app up right now, and it's
You don't
on
need
my
to
phone.
go. You don't need to go on your app. Just go on your browser and type in speed test, and
Yep.
you pull it up.
What?
Go on Google and type in speed test.
Speed
And
test.
it'll
Speed
pop
test.
up. The first one, yeah.
It's
Internet
Google.
speed. Run speed test. Let's see. I didn't know you could do this. To be honest with you, I'm going to give you numbers, and I have no freaking idea what they mean. So there you go.
Speedtest.net is the big one.
Yeah, just worry about download and upload speed, Matt.
I'm looking right now. Okay, download speed is 97.8,
That's great.
and upload is 12.6.
That's more than enough.
Yeah. Hey, don't forget, it was a big friggin' deal just 10 years ago to have 3 down.
Yeah. Not long
Wow.
ago. That's true.
No.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm running mine right now. So
Yeah, Blind Neil, I've done that before.
What's that?
It does work, but then later it happens again.
Okay,
What's
my
that?
download speed is 301.
Wow.
Holy crap!
I'm trying to find how to get to the other one here. Hang on.
Actually, we should all check ours. I'm gonna check mine right now.
Go to speedtest.net. It does them both for you.
Yeah, I'm trying to find how to click on the. Oh, here it is. It's doing the.
What do you
upload.
mean does them both? What do you mean does them both?
There's another spot you
Speedtest.net.
have to. Yeah, but there's another spot on the page once it gives you the download speed that you have to click on, and it'll do the upload speed.
Not the one I'm on. The one I'm on just does one and then does the other.
Okay,
I'm
mine.
on
I
it.
had to click on something here. Mine's. I'm getting 11.3 going up, so that's not bad.
What's the difference? What's the numbers all about? What I know
All
it's megabits per second, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So, like right now, I'm getting 301 megabits per second download speed, which means I can bring in you guys on the stream right here. I can have another browser window open and be looking at other videos at the same time, plus running OBS, plus running, everything I got open right now. And I've got enough download speed to bring the information in.
Right.
Now going up, I've only got 11 megabits per second going up. So if I was going to, if I was running the stream, set my stream up at 2 megabits per second. That's what I set it at, because I don't need any faster than that.
No, you don't. You don't.
I'm not running 4K. I'm not doing any crazy stuff.
Right.
So by doing 2 megabits per second, I'm good, and I'm not overtaxing my system in any way, shape, or form.
Right. People don't understand. You need. It doesn't even take 4 megabit down to watch 4K television.
That's right.
It's not as bad. It's not as, and it's just me and my wife. So I don't have 7 people streaming at the same time.
Right. See, now, right now,
everybody in my house, Henry, I got like 4 tablets, 3 TVs. Or actually, well, I had 3 TVs, but now I have, everybody runs off the same freaking internet here.
Right.
Yep.
I'm the same way.
My wife's streaming television right now, and I still got pretty much the same numbers. It was 55 and about 6. So that's all I'm paying for.
See, my wife's out in the living room with the grandkids right now. They got the TV on out there. They're watching stuff. Plus, I'm sure one of them's got a tablet running. Plus, my wife's got her phone running, on the internet.
See, I upped my internet on my Xfinity to 200 because of all the devices I run in the house.
Yes, the download, you definitely need it.
Yep. And when we were running, you got to understand, when we were running the virtual schooling was a nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had 3 girls all sitting next to each other with 3 freaking 3 computers running internet for school. It was the worst.
Yeah, even with this having 300 down, it was pushing the limit when all that was going on.
Oh my goodness.
So
yeah, that was terrible.
Yep.
And then they'd give you a laptop that the mute or the speaker didn't work or the volume didn't work.
Yeah,
or
we didn't play that game.
Broken, or
I had enough stuff that worked much better. We had good tablets and things for the kids to use. So
we got down here you get them from the school board.
Yeah, I know, but we didn't. We used our own.
Oh, yes, you used your own.
A lot better. So, Chris Wedgeworth says he's got 2.16 down and 0.18 up.
He probably does. His internet. He said his internet always sucks.
Yeah,
always.
He probably does.
Well, he's ADSL.
Do you ever have any issues with him when he comes on, though? He usually seems perfectly fine.
Besides, it's like really dark in his house when he's on there and he's trying to hide his face. Aside from that, no. That stringy beard, no. Aside from that, no. Everything's good. Now his internet's definitely sketchy. It's not like he doesn't drop out though. He stays in there. But
well, Chris, what are you running for your internet? I mean, is it phone, DSL, what?
I think it's DSL.
So let's see what he says.
Pretty sure.
Because even DSL was getting better than that.
Yeah.
Well, it depends how far from the loop you are.
He's out in the sticks, isn't he? Or he's out in the middle of nowhere, I thought, or somewhere. He's not in the city, is he, Chris?
No.
Chris is
in the country. He's in the country. In fact, it's surprising DSL be available out there.
Yeah.
Well, if he's close to a main highway, he'd be able to get it. So yeah.
So Matt, go ahead.
Like my stuff, when I get the new place that we're eventually going to move to, I've still got to figure out internet down there. So I may end up having to go to RF, for my internet.
Are you that far out? Are you that far out where the new place is?
I'm actually not that far out, but where I'm at, it may not, the better internet may not be there. So
yeah, Chris, Frontier. I heard Frontier is good too, right?
So Frontier, that's DSL though, right, Chris?
I've never even heard of it.
Chris, why don't you come in and talk to us? Jeez, you're taking forever to respond.
So, Matt, do you have an Ethernet cable? Do you use an Ethernet cable at all?
I don't have a desktop.
Oh, you don't have a desktop.
No, he's doing everything Wi-Fi.
You don't need a desktop to use an Ethernet cable. You could put it in your laptop too.
I don't have a laptop. I don't have a plug-in for it.
Yep. It's like my MacBook Air
one that I'm getting that from Dave, that one may have it. I'm not sure. I have an Ethernet cable. It came with the self-installation kit that I bought from Xfinity, but I don't have anything to use it on. So.
Yep. And yeah, Corey, man, I am giving serious thought to Starlink. So,
I hear some
because
good
at
things
that point,
about that.
I can take it with me anywhere I go.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's satellite
all
based.
satellite.
But what do you
It's
what do you think about?
basically the same price as what I'm paying now.
Well, I have hotspot with Xfinity. I mean, but they're not everywhere. It's only in certain places,
That's
so
right.
it's hit or miss. With Starlink, you can fire it up wherever the hell you want.
The only problem with satellite internet is you can't game with it.
Yes, you can. On the Starlink, you can.
Yeah, what's the latency on it? Or do we know?
It's you know what? Go look up Linus Tech Tips. He did a whole thing on that, and he actually gamed on it. Now he's up in Canada, which is where Starlink first started. Okay, so they got the first setups. But yeah, he was gaming on it.
They're not expensive. Starlink's not that expensive, are they?
It's $500 to buy the whole system. Okay, and then it's like just under $100 a month.
Wow.
But the thing is what you're paying for is not so much the speed, because the speed's good. It's not great. But what you're paying for is that, okay, you want to go on vacation? Great. Grab the camper, grab the trailer,
and off you go.
Unplug your Starlink, stick it in the back of the trailer, go on up to the top of the freaking mountain.
I see.
Set your Starlink up, and guess what? You can live stream from the freaking mountain.
Corey said the latency is like 30 something.
The military uses Starlink, I think, right?
That's something similar. Yes.
Yeah, no, it's not the same thing. So 30 something is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's really good, actually.
Wow.
So it's like,
what about when there's when there's cloud cover? Are you going to get enough penetration?
Oh, wait a minute. Starlink changed their cover for better penetration.
Doc.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing: if it's a really, really bad cover one day and you're not getting good internet, you just switch over to your cell service and then hotlink.
There you go.
Hotspot.
See, like for me, that's what I was given serious consideration to, is because I can get one of those boxes that use external antennas, and because I know my RF stuff, I know how to set the antennas up on high enough to get the better signal for where I'm aiming it to. So, and that will give me all the internet I need, through the cell system.
Corey says Starlink is geo-locked because it's in beta.
Yeah, it's still in beta, but it's already down here to New Mexico already, where just a year ago it wasn't.
Let's see if it's in Florida. Probably not.
Might not be quite that far south yet.
I mean, I live in a town of over 200,000 people. This is a pretty built-up area. Still don't have 5G.
I'm lucky
I have
to get
5G on my. I have 5G on my down here on my cell service.
Shoot, I'm lucky to get just 4G sometimes in my area.
Yeah, I have
Lauderdale
5G in Fort Lauderdale.
And you got Miami right around the corner in that whole area, So.
Yeah, see, I'm out here in the sticks, up here in the mountains. So, I mean, I am in the city.
I think Fort Lauderdale's terrible, but you drive to Miami, and you'll kill yourself.
Oh yeah,
it's unreal. I won't go unless I 100% have to. I will not cross the line unless I have to go.
Hey, you know what? You ought to come out here to freaking, and go try California sometime.
Nope, I'm good. If I had my choice, I would live in a 3-bedroom double wide in the middle of the freaking woods.
That's exactly my point. Yep.
Shoot my own food, and
guys, listen.
Raise my own kids. Yep.
About 6 months out of the year, literally, if I really had to, I could shoot a deer every other night from my back porch.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Okay, that's how bad it is around. That's how prolific they are in this area.
Yep.
So, Now, not moose, but elk. Yeah, they don't come down this far most of the time.
My grandmother had a house built in South Carolina on a point of Lake Waterloo, and we'd go up there in the summers, and 5:30 in the morning, you'd walk out on the front porch, and the deer were sitting there grazing in the front yard.
Yep,
just 15 feet away from you.
So Dustin just posted something here. It says, "All right, finally got the VTX issue fixed. Smart Audio 2.0 Fat Sharks are showing the quad video now. Woo! Good job, Dustin.
Nice.
Good job.
He was working on the VTX tables, trying to get the stupid thing to load them up.
Oh,
so that's why I still use 3.57 on Betaflight. I what I give up, turtle mode.
I think I'm on 4.1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. You know what? That's a good question. Let me pull that up. I want to see what my Betaflight firmware number is.
All right, I just checked Starlink.
Yeah,
and it's $100 today,
right?
And the coverage is targeted for my area in mid to late 2021. And then you give them $100 now, and then I'll owe them.
When they
No. Once they send me the notification, I owe them the rest of it, which is $500 plus $50 shipping and handling, $38.43 tax. So you got to. That's the $100 is just to hold it. Now it comes with a dish, I guess. So how big is that dish?
Yeah, the dish is about 2.5 feet.
Okay.
So it's not excessively large, but it's a little bigger than like Dish Network and all the other ones. Just a little bit bigger. So
I wonder if
fully automated dish though. You don't freaking screw with it. You set it on the ground, or mount it on the roof or wherever you're going to mount it, and you go plug it all in and tell it to find itself, and it does its whole search thing all on its own.
So when you were talking about being mobile, it might not be a bad idea to get a second one. Because if I want to put it on my roof, I'm not going to climb up to go
get it. If you're going to mount it on a roof permanent, then you just buy a second one.
Hey, Doc, where does it show your number on your Betaflight? Because I'm not really the best at this.
Very top left.
I see 10.7.
This is tempting.
Look to the right a little bit.
Configurator 10.7.0. That's all I see.
You're not looking for the configurator. You're looking for the version that's on the flight controller.
Go.
You have to plug the quad in.
Yeah, plug the quad.
No, yeah, I don't have the quad plugged in.
No, you have to plug the quad in.
Yeah, you have to.
Well, there you go.
Well, there you be.
Hold on, I'm gonna plug it in. I'm gonna plug it in now.
We knew you'd find it eventually.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
It's that little cord thingy.
It'll tell you everything about your quad in the CLI.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know. I thought Betaflight had a firmware number that it was. No. I didn't know you had to have the quad plugged in to do it.
Yeah, because the version of the firmware you've got flashed onto the flight controller is what's important.
Oh, yeah, 4.1.0.
Deer sausage for days. Yep, you betcha, Dustin. I've had some. It's good stuff, man.
Oh yeah, deer. If it was,
I love
a cheeseburger or deer meat. Oh yeah.
I love venison, Ben.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm on firmware 4.1.0, Chris.
4.1.0. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell that means, but
it's just it's the version of software you've got loaded on there. So let me
the version of software that I have loaded on here.
On the
drone?
quad. Yep, on the drone.
Okay, got it.
Hang on a second. Let me grab a cord here.
All right, I did not know. See, I'm still learning. I'm still learning Betaflight, bro. I'm still learning all of this.
You'll get it, man.
Yeah, you'll get it. It just takes a little time.
I went through. John Coopy actually was on with me, and we went through how to set all my switches on my remote and everything on my radio. And I learned all that.
Doc helped me with that in the beginning.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Let me get Betaflight up here on screen. Where is Betaflight? Where am I hiding here?
Bill Bronane is next. So.
Yeah, we'll get Bill into it.
Bill, I think I think you'd have a blast doing this. I really do.
No, I'm going to buy one. I want to start with a cheap one, but I'd like something I could record right from the get. So I got to. We'll see.
Yeah. I think from what I hear from other people, that little Gep RC Tiny Go is actually not a bad little kit.
No.
Anyway, yeah, I was looking at the Gep RC.
Yeah, that's probably the best one for the money, and it's got a DVR on the goggles, and it's got a DVR on board.
Yes, Corey, man. Yes.
That shoots 4K 60 on that quad.
Do you want me to make Doc big so because he's gonna pull something up for you here?
But Matt,
I'm getting it set up here real quick.
Matt, you'll see everybody that's been like talking bad about like FPV, like the camera guys are like, oh, you'll never get into FPV. No. Like, how much you make a bet? Once everyone starts getting into FPV that they know, guarantee you they're gonna start getting into it.
Well, you know who I want to convert? I want to convert Idaho Quadcopter.
Marcus Crawford.
Marcus,
That's
yeah,
what I was
we're
just getting
trying
ready
to.
say.
He is
I was
my
just getting ready to
goal.
say that.
He is my goal for spin up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I am gonna blow his flipping mind. I'm gonna put him under the goggles. I'm bringing a quad that I ain't telling nobody about till we get there, and it is going to blow his flipping mind.
You know what, Mike? You were talking about camera drone pilots flying FPV, and I'm doing the same thing. I flipped over to FPV. What I don't like is the people that differentiate the two hobbies.
Right.
That bothers me.
That's what bothers me too.
It's one hobby. Drone hobby is one hobby.
That's right. There's just different aspects to it.
There's not supposed to be camera drone pilots on one side of the line and FPV pilots on the other side.
Right. You're still going to get footage. You're just flying faster.
I love it.
It does different things. That's it.
Dustin goes, him and his Femi, LOL, talking about Marcus.
Him and his
Oh,
Marcus. I love Marcus though, man.
All right.
I just don't like. I don't like when people, I'm a camera pilot and I think an FPV pilot is an asshole, or I'm an FPV pilot and I think a camera drone pilot's an asshole. I can't stand when they do that.
I love both because my goal is to shoot cinematography with my drone.
Either way, whether it's to race or to shoot videos or to do both, why the freak can't the two coincide?
Because they're scared. They're scared to do it. They're afraid to get into FPV, and they just they just don't know, or they don't think that they will be able to do it. I don't know. But
well, I you know what? Some of the FPV guys that'll say that camera drone pilots aren't real pilots. Well, to each his own.
Makes sense because the drone flies itself.
But why should there be a difference?
Well, I'll say it this way: when you fly a camera drone, you're actually not piloting it; you're pushing it.
You're guiding it, really.
That's right.
I understand,
and that's the difference.
Trust me, I just found out. I found out.
When you go to FPV,
yes, you did.
You're not pushing it; you're flying it, because if you don't fly it, you're going to crash it.
Oh yeah, and I found out. I found out the way that by doing it.
That's right.
It's just I just don't like when arguments and conversations come up where the two are separated in the hobby. It just it's bullshit.
I know.
It's bullshit. Why can't everybody just freaking the drone hobby is the drone hobby.
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter what the fuck you're flying.
And I said it on our show. You know what? This is the drone hobby. We should all love to do this. It's all the same thing. It's just does different things and just that's it.
There we go. Yeah. All right, here we go. All right. I think I got it. Okay. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay. I've got this quad plugged in right now.
Make that bigger. Make that screen bigger.
Oh, Bill's got to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Can I share a screen? I don't know.
You might be able to try. I think he has to accept it, though.
Let's see what it says.
Yeah, he has to accept the screen.
Okay, then I'll leave it alone.
But he could. It's the same thing. He could just make that bigger.
Yeah. All right. But for the moment, this is Betaflight plugged into this quad. All right. And if you look up, let's see if I can highlight it. Come on there. There it is. Can you see where I highlighted up there in the top left corner?
The live thing is covering it.
Is it? Okay, hold on. Let me
There you go.
There we go. Can you see it now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The part where I've got it highlighted, the configurator is 10.6.0, but the firmware that's on the quad is 3.5.7. The reason why I use this version is because it has all the VTX tables already all built into it. I don't got to fuss with it. And what I give up by not going to the newer versions is turtle mode, effectively, and then some of the new filtering and things. But that's the reason why I use it. But 357 works great for all my quads that I run. I haven't had any need for any of that fancy filtering. Because if you take the time and build the quad right, for the most part, you're not going to have any issues.
Right.
I mean, you're going to, you'll always have one oddball, that'll do something crazy weird. But let's see here. What else? What else was Maddie asking about for this?
I think he wanted to find. I think that was it. I think
Yeah,
he
I
wanted.
couldn't figure. I didn't know the difference in the firmware thingamajigger, right? Because this is all freaking new to me, man. All this is new to me.
Well, let me show you all three here because there's three pieces to it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your configurator, which is Betaflight.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got your firmware, which mine's Betaflight 3.57. Then the target, that's the flight controller, and it's a CL Racing F4.
Got it.
Okay.
Why is my configurator 10.7 and yours is 10.6?
Because I use an older version.
Oh, okay. So you just haven't uploaded it.
And I'm not going to either.
Okay.
Because when I go to the newer version of Betaflight, it doesn't give me some of the older versions of Betaflight firmware available.
Yeah.
What would be something that it doesn't give you that you want, you need?
Well, okay. Let's see here. If we go to,
I have firmware 4.20 or 4.2.21.
Let me let's see.
Here. Mine came, whatever comes on the Tiny Hawk is what I have. That's whatever it came with.
I'm trying to remember. I think I have to get into it. I have to go into DFU mode to do this. But when you go into DFU mode, you can select which version of firmware you want to flash to the flight controller.
Right. Yeah.
In that list, if you have the newest version of Betaflight, the 10.7, 10.8, whatever it is now,
mm-hmm.
in that list of firmwares that are available for the flight controllers, they've cut off some of the older versions in the newer Betaflight configurator, which is why I use the older Betaflight configurator so I can still have the older versions of the flight controllers. And that's the whole reason.
Now, see, he said, like Corey Mano says, turtle mode is in 357.
Not in this one.
No, they got it in 4.20.
I have it in 410.
Yeah, it's four and above.
Yeah, okay.
So 4 and above. See, because if I go into this and look at my modes, and I scroll down in my modes,
there's no turtle mode there.
There is no turtle mode in here.
Now, see, I have a turtle mode switch set up on one of my auxiliary switches.
And I scroll down in my modes.
There's no turtle. But the trying to turtle mode this Tiny Hawk 2, it sucks.
Yeah, don't bother.
It sucks. It just slides, bro.
Yep.
It just slides. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, you're better off just stopping and going picking it up because you'll end up burning the motor up in it.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, and Matt, remember, people are complaining like, "Oh, when I set up my modes, why don't I see Horizon mode and Angle? How come I don't see Acro? Because Acro doesn't come with it. Because Acro is
not a standard mode.
It's
a base mode.
There's somebody else. My buddy Jake's Drone Life saw that video I posted on YouTube and said, now put it in Acro mode. And I said, it is in Acro mode. Well, on the Tiny Hawk, Acro is called Air mode.
Well, okay.
It says Air, not Acro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's enabled already.
So, like, you see how mine's set up. I've got my standard arm switch. Then I've got angle mode, horizon mode.
Yep.
And I've got angle mode and horizon mode on the second and third position. So when it's in the first position and armed, it's in acro mode.
Yeah, see, that's what Doc did with me.
Mm-hmm. That's how you do it.
Yeah, because Maddie, air mode, all it is just it keeps the motor spinning. Because like when you don't want to do tricks and stuff, it just keeps the motors from stopping.
Yeah, what you're talking about is right here, air mode.
Yeah,
you have to have this on your arm switch.
Mm-hmm.
And what you do with that is on a 3-position switch, the first click is arming it, but with air mode off. When you come up the second click with it armed, that's when you turn air mode on, and that's what keeps the PID loop running. So
Well,
the only
air
time-
mode is the third on my switches. I have angle, horizon, and air. There is no full acro on this Tiny Hawk 2.
Okay, but what air mode on that, how that's labeled, is acro mode. But
Yes,
when you go
yes.
into Beta Flight Configurator in the modes tab
Right.
and look up air mode, okay,
Yeah.
it's a different tab, and you have to set it up. Well, you don't have to, but I set it up to where when I arm my quads with the first click, air mode does not turn on. It just arms the quad in acro mode without the PID loop running at the idle.
Yeah, see, I don't know that. I didn't know there was a difference.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out when I get that Tiny Hawk Freestyle because I know that one's
Yep.
got it.
Yes, sir.
I'll find out.
You can look on the Tiny Hawk you got right there even.
Yeah, put it in, plug it in.
I didn't see anything that showed. I didn't see it.
There will be a box that says air mode.
Yeah, it'll be enabled.
Just
You'll
like
see
this.
it. It's in yellow too on on another one. If you go to
Look,
the
but I didn't see
configurator.
it. Is it? Am I the only one having audio issues here, or is it everybody else?
No.
No.
I'm having audio issues on my phone, and I don't know why. It sounds all like robot-y and shit.
All
I don't.
garbled.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know why.
Weird.
Huh?
Cell phones.
Let me try mute.
So Corey man has a question for you, Doc. A question running
okay.
D-Shot ESC, Doc.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see here. Let's go back up here. No modes in acro mode, blah, blah, blah.
Bill, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
We're here.
I need to pop out and come back in because I can't understand anything that they're saying. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sam, you're right on that. Yeah,
Yep.
you can set the air mode on, continually in the other configuration tab. I don't do that. I set it up in the modes tab.
But didn't you do that with me, Doc? Did you just enable it for the whole thing?
I turned it off
Oh, okay.
in the other tab, in the other configuration.
I
That
see.
way you could set it on your switch.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Question: running D-Shot ESC. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
No garbling.
Mm.
Are we garbling?
Something's wrong.
How do I sound?
Sound like you
I'll
have
be back.
penetration.
wait a minute. You just
Penetration.
You just got to get close to the mic and talk soft.
we don't want to do that too much. That'll scare us.
He's a star man. Oh, that song is in my head now, by the way.
Okay. Corey,
make it big.
typically I run multi-shot on most of my quads. The only ones that I'm running D-Shot on are like the Tiny Hawk Freestyle because that's the way it came, and my Beta FPV 75 Pro because that's the way it came. Other than that, all my other quads that I build by hand, out of parts, I usually use multi-shot because I don't need the D-Shot. D-Shot is great if you want to do the fancy tones and all that, make it talk and whatever. I just need a damn thing to turn on and fly, so as long as it turns on and gives me the right tones when I plug it in, I'm good to go. And multi-shot works just fine for that. So, I mean, the other versions of it, they're for other usages. If you really need to fine tune a motor, or you got an issue with a motor doing something weird and you need to adjust the timing and all that kind of stuff, then D-Shot's good. So absolutely.
I'd like
Save
to I'd like to have D-Shot, but I ran out of DeWhiskey.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that just means you had a decup.
Yeah.
Corey, good point. You're absolutely right. Me running multi-shot instead of D-Shot, that's why turtle mode does not show up. You're absolutely right. Because you have to have D-Shot to be able to do the motor reversing. So, yep. But that's why I don't even think about it because I use multi-shot. And then when I go into my modes, I don't see it. So, there it is. Star Wars theme. You need the Imperial March on yours. No, I actually need the one where Darth Vader is walking in the in through the corridor. Yep, that
Yeah,
one.
I hooked up a bunch of songs on my controller. Man. I put Def Leppard on my controller, AC/DC music on the Switch.
Oh the Lord!
I love it.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Yep, there it is. That would be the one when you arm it.
That would be awesome.
Yep.
I wonder
Yep.
how I can get that, dude.
You just record it.
Yeah.
Turn it into what is it, MP3 file or something like that?
Yeah.
I think it'd be better if the thing started screaming, "You son of a B! You broke my."
Sergio set his up when he turns it on. It says, "Hello, Sergio from Fly Zone Drones. Welcome to OpenTX."
Dustin says, "Yeah, your lack of faith it can't say faith. It has to say lack of FPV disturbs me. Because mine's all about the FPV, not the faith.
Yeah. So welcome to the dock
side of FPV. That's right.
Sure, Doc.
Yes, I know. I plan on having it before I go to spin up.
You better bring one for me.
Yeah.
You still need this.
You can bring me up normal. Let me flip back here. Bingo. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. So there you go. That's the whole thing on the Betaflight thing. Everybody gets all flipping freaked out about it. Oh my God, it's Betaflight. I won't know how to do anything.
Figured it out pretty quick.
It's like when I was up at Spin Down up in Colorado. I had 15 guys around.
I seen that.
And
video.
I sat and I says, look, you just start at the top and you just work your way down one tab at a time. Mm-hmm. And once you get to the bottom, you're done. It's not that flipping hard. So
I don't. Hey, what did you tell me to look for in this? You said something about when I go to the modes to look for air mode.
Yeah, look for the air mode tab.
Don't have one.
I like that one. Wait till they get a load of me, Jack
back.
Nicholson from Batman. That's awesome.
There you go.
Wait till they get a load.
Go back
of me.
up to your configuration tab, and in there you'll have a spot where it says air mode on, and it's checked on. If you uncheck that, save and reboot, then go back to your modes tab, it'll be there in the modes tab. Then you can put it on a switch.
You move the yellow bar over to what's on and off switch.
What's the difference between air and acro?
No. What this is, when air mode is on, your PID loop, when you bring your throttle all the way down, the PID loop is full active. So it will just fall flat.
Yep.
If you turn your air mode off and you pull your throttle all the way down, the PID loop shuts off. So then the quad will sit there and flounder coming down. Okay. Until you raise the throttle a little bit. Once you raise the throttle a little bit, PID loop turns back on. Now, where this is useful is, let's say you want to go up and wall tap something, or you want to take a run through a tree, like you're going to fly through a gap sideways, and you're going to tap it. Well, if you have air mode on and you tap that tree with air mode on, the quad's going to freak out. It's just going to go nuts. So before you go through that gap, you turn it air mode off. You go through the gap, it'll tap the tree, come out the other side, turn air mode back on, and keep flying.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get more. I'm gonna have to get into more discussion about that one because I don't understand it that much. Weird. So when I'm on my OSD, this shows air. So that means it's on full time.
Well, it's probably labeled air, but air mode is probably on full time in that. Now, here's the thing about the little ones like that. If you turn air mode off, it'll actually fly better in the house because when you bump into stuff, it won't freak out. It'll just bump into it.
It'll bounce.
Yeah, I noticed that when I bump into something,
it freaks out.
Does that? Yeah,
it keeps the motors running.
That's the PID loop responding. By turning air mode off, it won't do that. You'll bump into something, it'll just go pink, and it'll just bounce off it, and it won't freak out.
So I need to. So do you think the way it is the way I should leave it, or do you think I should turn that air mode off?
I'd put it on a switch, which is what I do, because there's a place for it. Okay. So like when you first take off, you flip it all the way up in air mode. Take off, fly around, do some loop-de-loops, whatever, have some fun with it. But then when you want to get in tight and you want to go right through something, you're going to bump into it.
Shut it off.
That's when you want to flip the switch and turn air mode off. And then as you
I do have an extra switch on my. I do have an extra switch on my radio.
It's not an extra switch. You put it on your arm switch.
You set it up that way.
You set your arm switch should be on a 3-position switch.
Oh, I have it on a 2.
You need to switch it to a 3.
I did not know that.
Yep, that's how you do it. Every one of my quads, every one of them is set up that way. So.
Well, I'll do that when it comes to when I get that Tiny Hawk Freestyle. I'll set it up on that.
Well, you'll use it more on that one, because if you fly in the house and you bump into stuff, you turn that air mode off, and man, you can bump into all kinds of stuff. It's not going to freak out, and you can fly more.
So
this seems kind of complicated. I got camera drone. And I turn it on, and this go up, and this go down, and this hang out right here.
Switch.
Camera drones, you got to learn how to be a photographer with all the settings on the camera.
That is very true.
And the other one, you got to learn how to be a helicopter
pilot. You got to be a pilot. Oh goodness, that's too fun.
I think that's the difference.
Oh,
Hey, how do you change your ESC music?
Hey, hang on, I gotta look. Are we still freaking everybody out in here?
I don't know.
I can't even see how many people are in the chat or watching.
There was. Here, I'll tell you in a second. There was 8 or 9 a little while ago. It's hard to tell because when I go over there, it starts counting me.
Yeah.
9 watching now.
Oh, cool. Yep. We put the other 10 to sleep.
Did we have 19 in here?
I don't know.
Got 13.
We did at one point.
Yeah. Then it went down to 17, and then it stayed at 17 for a while. Then
it's kind of late. A lot of the guys that were on were from the East Coast, so
yeah, like me.
Yep.
I have no thumbs down. What's going on? You guys are
awesome,
sleeping,
guys.
The guys are sleeping at the switch. No, I've been hit a lot lately.
Hit the thumbs, guys. Come on.
Yeah, hit the thumbs. No.
I haven't spoken that much today, so that probably helped.
Well, a lot of times when I get on and do things, everybody kind of listens and enjoys it because it's stuff nobody else really talks about much.
Yeah.
So
good point.
That's all it is. It's just.
But it's good to learn, man.
Yeah, it's stuff you end up having to learn at some point.
Yeah.
So. So. Well, with that said, it's 10:30 here for me. I got to pick all my mess up here so I can make room on the bed.
Yep, 11:30 here.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're getting ready to jump off too. Me and Bill are at around 12 now. We've been going for 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's not bad.
Yes, sir.
12:33. Yep.
Not bad at all.
It was good. It was a good stream today.
14
Bill,
up, 1 down. There we go. Bye, Neil.
But Michael, not a great stream.
It was
great to me.
It was an amazing stream.
He did that the other day. I was the guest host. I was the guest on his show. He goes, "Well, today we got a good show, but not a great show, but a good show." And I'm the host. I'm the guest. I was like, "Well, thank you so much for that introduction."
That was awesome.
All right. I'm gonna jump off. I gotta get my daughter to sleep. She's starting to freak out. She's sick as hell, man.
Yeah.
My little one.
Good night, Mike. Good night, Matt. I'll see you, bud.
Take care, Maddie.
Bill, thanks for having me. Doc, good night, buddy.
Thank you. Good night, guys.
Have a good one, Matt.
Peace.
Maddie, maybe next Sunday. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. That's all right. Oh, too fun.
All right, guys. Good night. See everybody in the chat. Good night.
Have a good night, Michael. Well, there you go, Bill.
Oh, good night, Mike. Oh, he's gone.
Yep.
All right. Well, Doc, I appreciate you coming in and making all the FPV guys, really happy. And I learned a little bit. I'm going to get one.
Camera, and the funny part is everything I'm talking about with with the antennas and all that.
Yeah.
That's not just FPV. That's everybody.
Sure.
The
Which
RF
I
side.
know. I mean, I'm no expert, but because I don't build them, but I understand everything you're talking about because I was into that. I was into radios as a hobby for a while there.
Yeah.
As you know, I mean, I'm not a licensed ham like you, but I played one on TV.
Well, after you stayed in a Holiday Inn Express, right?
yeah. I just made believe. CQ,
right.
CQDX, CQ.
That's it, man. Yeah, but see, I can do it in Morse code.
Never learned Morse. I mean, well, SOS.
I had to.
Yeah. No, I know. You had to get the license. But I mean, I had radios that had all that stuff. Obviously sideband, single sideband, FM,
AM, FM, single side, upper lower sideband. You got
Right.
CW, and
Right.
then when you get into the fancy stuff, then you can do MCW, which is basically CW over FM, which is a really neat way to do it. And then there's PSK 31 and Packet and RTTY, and man, there's all kinds of different modes out
Packets.
there.
I remember. I might look around and see if I can't find another Ranger 2950. I really like that radio. It was fun. It was such a joke too because it's not legal on regular CB channels. But all you had to do to open because it's too powerful. It's beyond 4 watt. So all you had to do is take the cover off, and it was one jumper.
Yep.
And you moved the one jumper, and it opened it up to 26 from 2600 up to 32.
Yep.
And but it was a great radio. It did good for me. I forget why I sold it. I had to buy something, so I ended up selling my rig.
Yeah.
But I had that with before that I had a Cobra 148 GTL with a 300 watt linear on it.
Oh, good
And
Lord. That just made you transmit it on every freaking channel,
it was crazy. And I had a 102 inch whip on the back of the stainless steel whip on the back of the pickup truck, just like setting off people's burglar alarms and stuff.
or triggering everybody's garage doors as you drove by.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I would when I parked by the truck stop.
Have a good night, Chris.
Good night, Chris. I would come over the PA system, So we had this this senior lady. She used to work the desk, and her name was Fern. And I'd start whispering into my, I'd be outside in the parking lot. Go, Fern, I'm watching you, Fern, and I could see her through the window.
It just splattered all over everything. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I didn't realize I burnt a couple of telephones out inside the building.
Yep.
But that was fun.
Dustin says RCI 2980. Yeah, the one I know of is the 2950.
I had the 50.
The RCI is a very good radio. So very, very good radio.
I think I had the 50. The 50 only swung 30 watts, but I think the 80 actually has a little 100 watt linear built into it in the bottom of it. If I'm remembering correctly,
because I think the 50, the early 50s only had 10 watts. So
they would right, but they would open it up and you'd swing sideband to like 30 to. I mean, it would just they'd show you anything you wanted to see on a meter, but
yeah.
Anyway, I had a 2950 and it did great. And I happened to have it during a really good sunspot, year. And I was hitting England with it on occasion with no linear.
Dustin says the 2980 is a base radio, not the mobile.
Okay. So there are two. There's a 2950 and a 29 something else. Yeah. Maybe it's a 2930 and a 2950. I can't remember now. And but the one actually had fins on the bottom because it had a little built-in linear.
Right.
But that was pretty expensive.
Mike B's running the IC 7800. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Mike. I actually had the Yaesu FT100, so I could run everything from 160 meters all the way up to 440. So, and I had 100 watts on all the HF bands, and then on what was it on 2 meters? I think I had 40 watts or something like that. And on HF, or on UHF, I think I had like 20 watts. The only bad part is the flipping finals blew out in it in less than a year, and Yaesu wouldn't fix it.
Really?
So, yep. So it just kind of sucked.
Well, that's why I like tuning them down and throwing a cheap, throwing a linear on it.
Yeah.
In a separate. But I do remember when I had this big old pickup truck, and I was on my way home, and it's before cell phones, and I pulled up to there was this one gas station halfway home. It was on Route 100 in Pennsylvania. Anyway, who cares? I was on my way home from work, and I decided to call my ex on the phone, right? So they actually had this cell phone that was high up, not cell phone, pay phone that was high up, and I could pull right up and put it into the cab with me and make my call.
Oh, there you go.
Right. So I'm on my call, and I said, oh, and I heard a guy calling to me from Allentown, and he was pretty far away. He said, oh, that's a pretty good. Let me say, hold on a second. And I keyed up the mic while I had the phone still in my hand.
Oh no!
I blew that phone up. Oh, hung it up and just left. It scared the crap out of me. That piercing sound came out of my ear.
Yeah.
Look, it was a fun hobby while it lasted. Now then, the internet killed all of that. But
Kind of. For certain aspects of it, yes.
I mean, I could try to hit England or Ireland, or I got Belfast once. With the radio and get lucky and get a connection. Now you guys might be using a base unit with what was it called, Skyraker or Starraker? I forget. And maybe
kinds, yeah.
Yeah, and maybe you're doing it on a regular basis, but not me. I was just doing it in my vehicle.
Yeah.
Or I can sit in front of my PC and play You Don't Know Jack with Laura in England and Welsh Rob in Wales, and clear as bell.
Yep.
So
isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I mean, how the technology has just advanced in just the last 10 years. It is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm pretty sure that'll become another one of Bill Rain's toys again. I'm going to get back into the heavy hobby, and maybe I'll make myself legal and study and get my ham license.
Yeah, you need minimum the tech, and that's all you need. It's not that hard. About 80% of all the questions they got on the stupid test is safety stuff, and that's it. I mean, that's everybody I keep hearing that takes it says that's what it is. So it's just, it's basically a ham license for dummies, effectively. So
see, back in the day, everybody had a CB radio. I mean,
yes.
I used to I used to drive a pretty good distance to go manage that truck stop. So there were people in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, and I'd go through that town and I'd talk to them. And there was some guy in Wisconsin talking about shitting in his toaster. And then I would go past, it was another group, and they called themselves the Romper Room, and they acted accordingly, about halfway down. And then I'd hit some other guys. And it was the same guys all the time. And it was kind of like this, it was people I got to know and talk to, except they were just really weird because you couldn't see who they were. Where they were. But
Mike B says Moonraker or Starduster. That sounds about right for those antennas.
I remember Moonraker.
Yeah.
I do remember Moonraker.
The antennas I used were the higher end stuff. I used high gain. I had a T86 high gain beam, multi-band beam antenna. Mine would do 10, 15, and 20 meter bands. It was a multi-element antenna.
That stainless steel whip did good for me, but then I went and got myself a magnet mount Wilson. What model was that?
The Wilson 1000s were the best ones.
That's what it was. Wilson 1000, and it could handle some power.
Are you ready for this? If you cut the whip down, it would work absolutely fabulous on 10 meters also. So, which is 30 meters.
I would, and those you could actually meter. You could put an SWR in there and tune it correctly.
I have an SWR meter that will do everything up to 440.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and all the way down to 160 meters. So down to what's 160 meters? Got to remember what it is now. 1.8 to 2 megahertz.
You don't have any tube sets, do you?
I have a Yaesu FT100 or FT101 Bravo. So,
and it's a tube set. I'd love to get something like that, because when the end times come and they set off the EMP pulse in the atmosphere, you'll still be online.
Pretty much.
No, I'm telling you. And I want to get a pickup truck with points. No electronics.
That's why I drive a 1990 Dodge turbo Cummins diesel first gen.
You see, because we'll be Mad Maxing it. You know,
Absolutely. All I need is a 9-volt battery to start my truck because I can push start it. All the 9-volt battery for is to open the solenoid for the fuel. That's it.
Huh, that's pretty
all
cool.
I have to have.
That's
So,
pretty cool.
That's the nice part about the old engines, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right, Bill. Well, we're going to call it a night. I'm going to clean my mess up here. Got
Okie
all my
dokie.
junk floating around out over here. Hope
Thanks.
everybody that was watching and listening on the chat, hope you guys learned something tonight. So
Yeah. I learned a few things. I you know what? And you know what's cool about, again, another thing about real quick about the internet is YouTube makes us all geniuses, because no matter what it is I need to fix, somebody did a video sometime or another.
yes, absolutely.
On how to do it. I
Yes,
just
it
fixed
was.
I just fixed my dryer the other day, for
Yeah.
example.
I
I already figured it out, but it's still, it was nice to know I was doing it right.
Dustin, if you do it right, you can use the actual truck body as an antenna.
Yeah.
You just need a tuner. Have a good night, Neil. So, but yeah, if you do it right, you can tune up a chain link fence.
Yeah, I guess you could, dude. I haven't even thought of. I have a nice big chain link fence in the backyard.
I've done it. The
Have
one
you
I
really?
haven't, the one I didn't do was a bucket of water. You can actually tune a bucket of water as well. So,
But can you? Yeah, you know what? But can you tune a fish?
absolutely, just has to be close enough to the contacts. Turns them into an electric eel.
That's an interesting idea.
Get enough wattage, man. You get your cooked fish.
Yeah, that's just it. You can talk
by
all
the
day and then
way-
have dinner later.
Yeah. By the way, if I know you're as old as I am, or real close. You've burned yourself on things. Touched things you shouldn't touch, right? And got nice little burns and all that.
I'm actually a little older than you, by the way. So,
Are you?
Yeah,
Oh, how old are you, Bill?
60.
Okay, so you're older than me.
Yeah,
So,
little.
but the worst burn I ever got was an RF burn.
Okay, I believe that.
That flipping hurt.
You basically microwaved yourself.
Yeah, and I did it at low frequency too. I did it at 30 megahertz with 100 watts.
Really?
Yep, I accidentally touched the contacts on the back of my antenna tuner while I had it keyed down. I just barely touched it, and it was like, yo! And I looked at it, and man, it was throbbing like a good thing, and it instantly blistered.
I think the worst burns I ever had was when I was fishing in Delaware, and it was windy, and I ended up getting sun poison and blistered all up. But the most shock I've ever got, I just recently, week and a half ago, thought we had cut the power off. I had to replace.
Can already see where this is going.
Yeah, this is like a 277 volt system too. But anyway, I was replacing an LED panel in the hallway at work, and the LED light panel, and the new one was wired differently than the old one. Anyway, long story short, we did it the stupid way. He turned the switch off, but it's still hot, because it goes to other lights, and
that's right.
Whatever. Anyway, but I was being careful anyway, because I already knew that, and I said, there's probably power on here. Let's be careful. But of course, I was on the top of a ladder.
Yeah.
On the top, not the top rung, on the top of the ladder.
Yeah.
Up in the ceiling, because the ladder that I had that was tall enough was too tall. It was one of those situations where I had to use the wrong ladder, and it's a drop ceiling. And I had one elbow on this side of the rail and one elbow on that side of the rail.
Yeah, you were fully grounded.
Oh, and it came down and it hit the grid, and went from this arm straight across here,
yes,
and out the other arm, and felt it go up into my face a little, and down this way to. Oh my God, that was exciting. So I got a good heart. Apparently, I can still take a shock.
Yeah, you took a hit. I mean, I got zapped with 480 once, but it was on a pressure switch, a single phase, and the guys had the air compressor shut down. They did the breakers, the whole thing. It was disconnected, except for the damn pressure switch.
No, figures.
and the pressure switches were real fine wires, like receiver wires, like these little wire size,
Mhm.
right? And I'm in there going to take the whole thing apart, right? And the moment I put my finger on it, it was like, yow, that's not dead. You know? So we
Shocking.
had to have the electricians come in and fix it because I wasn't touching it after that.
Oh, I kept going. I got that thing. I had to get it done. I did accidentally knock the emergency light off the wall, though. So I had to replace that. That thing shattered like it was made out of ceramic. So I managed to put that up without killing myself.
Yeah.
But I did that. You know, all right, one more story. I was working in I was replacing, what the heck was I replacing? The pressure cutoff on a well pump. I mean, I had the pressure tank inside. The well was out. This is in Pennsylvania. Well was out. It was out there. It's 240, of course.
Yep, it's that same little damn switch with that same little coil in there. Yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
I had it bare, and there was water on the floor.
Oh no!
Because on the concrete in the basement, because I had replaced the tank, and it spilled some water and this and that, and I'm standing in it, and I kneeled down and didn't realize I was a little close, and I had shorts on, so my bare knee.
Oh no!
Hit that wire, right? So my legs, it's like the experiment with the frog, and in school.
Yes.
Jing, my legs extended, and I flew across the room. It was pretty, and it it didn't come up in here in my face, but it scared the shit out of me. And I said, you know what I did? It's like, oh my God, I can't believe I did this. And I was shown, I forget, my friend came over, my wife was, I forget who it was. I went like this and I kneeled and I did it again.
Oh no.
So yeah, that was fun. But
talk about a glutton for punishment, huh?
So apparently I can take a shock.
Yeah.
Because it's happened way too many times.
Oh man.
But anyway, you have a good night. I really appreciate you.
You bet, Bill.
And if I find myself a 2950, I'll be back in for advice because I can't remember half of what I knew.
Yep, I can set you up.
Yep.
It's easy stuff.
Very, very, very good.
All right, guys.
Yeah, water's a conductor. Yeah, and so's my knee.
Yeah.
Peace.
Good night, Dustin. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Blind Neil. Good night, everybody. Mike B. Oh, Mike, I even know Mike B was in here.
Yeah.
Good night, Mike B. He had 5 watts. Yeah, how many amps though?
Well, it's on UHF, so 5 watts isn't much.
No, he said it took a chunk out of his finger.
Yeah, it'd be kind of. Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess that gives enough to make him cry or something.
Oh yeah, I can.
I can. Good night, Ariel. Crop, Dustin Gable.
Yeah.
And and who else is in here? Whoever else is in here.
Have a good night, guys. See you later, Bill.
Good night, Chris.